back it up, don't hide it. If she gon' do it, then she gotta take pride in it. Roll it up, light it up, pass me the double cup. Sipping on that Bruce Leroy, smoking showing up. Said I'm on one, but I'm tryna be on two. Shooting for that tray ball, tell me what you tryna do. Niggas plotting on me cause I got that juice. Make them kiss that steel, yeah I got them flutes. And I'ma tell y'all what you not gon' do. See I'm super chill, but not my crew. With the mood is right, why you even wanna trip? Got the gold on my neck, 2 shoulders on my hip. And you can have the same if you grind like me. But I really doubt that you can rhyme like me, boy. The kickback. The kickback. Got some weed, bring it to the kickback. Got some drink, bring it to the kickback. Got some girls, bring them to the kickback. More niggas, nah we don't need that. We don't need that, we don't need that. More niggas, we don't need that. Got some weed, bring it to the kickback. Got some drink, bring it to the kickback. Got some girls, bring them to the kickback. More niggas, nah we don't need that. We don't need that, we don't need that. The kickback. This is for the kickback. For the girls in mini skirts that let me lift that. For my niggas with their hand in that red cup. And if your eyes ain't red, you ain't high enough. 1:45 and we still getting faded. Richmond 804, that's the city that made me. Shout out all the women back then that played me. Now my pockets all swollen, my attitude jaded. You never met a genius that the smart they call crazy. Swift place to try it, then you know I'm gon' blaze it. In the stew with the hot, and we whip it till it's Cajun. We serve it up right, cause you know we get it right. Tell me what you like, you can get it all tonight. Right after the kickback, you hear him screaming blitz back. You a hater nigga, get back. We got another one, ain't no way to miss that. The kickback, got some weed, bring it to the kickback. Got some drink, bring it to the kickback. Got some girls, bring them to the kickback. More niggas, nah we don't need that. We don't need that, we don't need that. More niggas, we don't need that. Got some weed, bring it to the kickback. Got some drink, bring it to the kickback. Got some girls, bring them to the kickback. More niggas, now we don't need that. We don't need that, we don't need that. The kickback. I got my niggas, 216, just to click she wanna ride it. She ain't twerking to the beat, let Swift get provided. Told her back it up, don't hide it. If she gon' do it, then she gotta take pride in it. Roll it up, light it up, pass me the double cup. Sipping on that Bruce Leroy, smoking showing up. Said I'm on one, but I'm tryna be on two. Shooting for that tray ball, tell me what you tryna do. Niggas plotting on me cause I got that juice. Make them kiss that steel, yeah I got them flutes. And I'ma tell y'all what you not gon' do. See I'm super chill, but not my crew. With the mood is right, why you even wanna trip? Got the gold on my neck, 2 shoulders on my hip. And you can have the same if you grind like me. But I really doubt that you can rhyme like me, boy. The kickback. The kickback. Got some weed, bring it to the kickback. Got some drink, bring it to the kickback. Got some girls, bring them to the kickback. More niggas, nah we don't need that. We don't need that, we don't need that. More niggas, we don't need that. Got some weed, bring it to the kickback. Got some drink, bring it to the kickback. Got some girls, bring them to the kickback. More niggas, nah we don't need that. We don't need that, we don't need that. The kickback. This is for the kickback. For the girls in mini skirts that let me lift that. For my niggas with their hand in that red cup. And if your eyes ain't red, you ain't high enough. 1:45 and we still getting faded. Richmond 804, that's the city that made me. Shout out all the women back then that played me. Now my pockets all swollen, my attitude jaded. You never met a genius that the smart they call crazy. Swift place to try it, then you know I'm gon' blaze it. In the stew with the hot, and we whip it till it's Cajun. We serve it up right, cause you know we get it right. Tell me what you like, you can get it all tonight. Right after the kickback, you hear him screaming blitz back. You a hater, nigga, get back. We got another one, ain't no way to miss that. The kickback, got some weed, bring it to the kickback. Got some drink, bring it to the kickback. Got some girls, bring them to the kickback. More niggas, nah, we don't need that. We don't need that, we don't need that. More niggas, we don't need that. Got some weed, bring it to the kickback. Got some drink, bring it to the kickback. Got some girls, bring them to the kickback. More niggas, now we don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need that. The kickback. I got my niggas, 216, just to click you in the rider. She ain't twerking to the beat, let Swift get provided. Told her back it up, don't hide it. If she gon' do it, then she gotta take pride in it. Roll it up, light it up, pass me the double cup. Sipping on that Bruce Lee, Roy smoking showing up. Said I'm on one, but I'm tryna be on two. Shooting for that tray ball, tell me what you tryna do. Niggas plotting on me cause I got that juice. Make them kiss that steel, yeah I got them blues. And I'ma tell y'all what you not gon' do. See I'm super chill, but not my crew. With the mood is right, why you even wanna trip? Got the gold on my neck, 2 shoulders on my hip. And you can have the same if you grind like me. But I really doubt that you can rhyme like me, boy. The kickback. The kickback. Got some weed, bring it to the kickback. Got some drink, bring it to the kickback. Got some girls, bring them to the kickback. More niggas, nah we don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need that. More niggas, we don't need that. Got some weed, bring it to the kickback. Got some drink, bring it to the kickback. Got some girls, bring them to the kickback. More niggas, now we don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need that. The kickback. This is for the kickback. For the girls in mini skirts that let me lift that. For my niggas with the hen in that red cup. And if your eyes ain't red, you ain't high enough. Quarter to 2, and we still getting faded. Richmond 804, that's the city that made me. Shout out all the women back then that played me. Now my pockets all swollen, my attitude jaded. You never met a genius that the smart they call crazy. Swift place to try it, then you know I'm gon' blaze it. In the stew with the hot, and we whip it till it's Cajun. We serve it up right, cause you know we get it right. Tell me what you like, you can get it all tonight. Right after the kickback, you hear him screaming blitz back. You a hater, nigga, get back. We got another one, ain't no way to miss that. The kickback, got some weed, bring it to the kickback. Got some drink, bring it to the kickback. Got some girls, bring them to the kickback. More niggas, nah we don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need that. More niggas, we don't need that. Got some weed, bring it to the kickback. Got some drink, bring it to the kickback. Got some girls, bring them to the kickback. More niggas, now we don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need that. The kickback. got my niggas 216. Just a click, she wanna ride it. She ain't twerking to the beat. Let's whip get provided. Told her back it up, don't hide it. If she gon' do it, then she gotta take pride in it. Roll it up, light it up, pass me the double cup. Sipping on that Bruce Leroy, smoking show up. Said I'm on one, but I'm trying to be on two. Shooting for that tray ball. Tell me what you trying to do. Niggas plotting on me cause I got that juice. Make them kiss that steel, yeah, I got them flutes. And I'ma tell y'all what you not gon' do. See, I'm super chill, but not my crew. With the mood is right, why you even wanna trip? Got the gold on my neck, 2 shoulders on my hip. And you can have the same if you grind
like me. But I really done to joke around like me, boy. Welcome in. We bike. Another episode, CWC. It's me, your boy, Corey Bliss. We got the man, the myth, the legend himself. Pro Flash is his new name.
Howdy.
And we have Twitch's #1 pirate, the street's favorite pirate, Mr. Unchained himself, Black Gold Roger. How you doing, fellas?
What's good, everybody? What's good?
All right. How's y'all Saturday going?
I got the stream up. Hold on.
I'm gonna turn you up, Roger. You sound low. All right, we out.
You know, he had to put that Denzel voice on.
Yeah, you know, hey man, you know,
trying to be the pirate king already.
He came in here with the diehard voice.
I turned my mic on.
I'm the pirate king, y'all.
What y'all doing?
You know, we be pirating and all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? We be pirating the booty and all that good shit.
Okay, all right. That's where we're starting. Okay. All right. I know how this episode is gonna go. How y'all doing, gentlemen? How's your Saturday going? Good start to the weekend?
Always good start to the weekend, man. It's the weekend, ain't no work.
Yeah, right. Really good start. I got to celebrate my 2-year anniversary yesterday. So
congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It was fun. I got trolled by my community for a good 6 hours. So it was a good time though. I can't complain.
Is it really a community if they don't troll you though?
Facts.
That is true. I just feel like that is just Twitch culture. Period. Like that's just the way we are.
Nah, fuck that. We changing this hashtag. Stop bullying streamers. I'm starting that hashtag today. Hashtag stop bullying streamers. We gonna make this change. But Roger, we appreciate you coming on, sir. Being another distinguished guest. You were actually highly requested by the streets. The streets said, "Oh my God, get Black Gold Roger." I'm like, okay, all right, we'll see if he down. You know what I'm saying? Shot the DM. The DM was a success. So here we are by the streets. Yes, the streets did request Roger. I just want that to be known.
This is news to me. I look.
You famous. All right, so look, Flash has the famous morning show, right? I'm not famous. I know famous people. That's essentially what this show has turned into. Like, everybody that comes up here is definitely Twitch famous, if not famous on multiple avenues. So how does it feel being famous?
With me just finding out that I'm famous, and I had no idea.
Modesty, bro. The modesty.
Why does every guest come up here and try to do this shit?
Because look, I don't see myself as famous. I think it's just like one thing kind of led to another, and then before I knew it, my name was changed to Verb. So
okay.
I just play games, man. That's the gameplay. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you know, if that's what you say, you know, you just mentioned you had your 2-year stream anniversary yesterday. So let's take us back to the beginning a little bit. Give us a little background about who Roger is. First and foremost, I always like to know the name. How did you come up with the name Black Gold Roger? I assume you was an alpha. I was like, oh, maybe he's an alpha, like he played your alpha or some shit. So that's what I'm assuming, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, oh yeah, he an alpha, so that may be where the Black Gold. But if that's not the case, please enlighten me and the people where the name come from.
So what had happened was I was like probably like around 2007. No, probably like 2018, 2019. I was looking for a name change, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this was like at a time where some things had happened and I was like at my lowest. Like
Okay.
2018 was a real rough year for me.
Yeah.
And I suddenly found myself with a bunch of free time, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, my friends had always recommended that I check out this anime called One Piece.
Okay.
But my argument, because used to argue this shit down, was that One Piece was way too long. It was too long. I don't have time for that. With me all of a sudden having a bunch of free time, I decided to actually check the anime out, and slowly like fell in love with. No, I wouldn't say slowly. It was actually pretty quick when I fell in
Yeah.
love with the show. And I wanted a new name change. So I kind of went through the internet. I wasn't even thinking about streaming at the time.
Mm.
I was really just trying to get into the FGC.
Yeah.
And I wanted a tournament name that could live up to a certain reputation if I'm good enough to live up to that reputation.
All right.
So I was going through One Piece characters. I seen Black Luffy's, I seen Black Zoros all through, the internet and stuff like that. I'm like, I want something a little bit different.
Mhm.
So as I kept progressing through the show, they kept talking about this legendary pirate named Gold Roger.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, there's a legend behind him, but we like 600 episodes in, don't nobody know nothing about this man. But he was always proclaimed as a pirate king.
Mhm.
So I'm like, okay, let me see. I've always had the nickname of Black from high school and college.
Mm.
So I was like, you know what? I'm Black. Like my old nickname was Black. Let's just go ahead and throw Black Gold Roger in the mix. And literally, I'll never forget, like my first tournament I ever entered.
Mhm.
He said on the mic, Black Gold. We got the Pirate King in here, Black Gold Roger. And I'm like, all right,
It works. That's what
I think I got it.
Yeah. You liked it. You was like, hold on, Black Gold Roger, the Pirate King, yes, sir.
Oh, you know what I'm saying? We gotta see how this goes. So I ran with it, and it turns out to be a name that really stuck with me.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much the origin story for real. It's not like a lengthy story, but it just had some funny ass detail.
What game was it? You say it was your first tournament. You was looking to enter. What game was you playing?
So my very first tournament was a Tekken 7.
Okay.
I was gonna guess Tekken. I didn't know which one, but it was gonna be between Tekken and Marvel vs. Capcom. One of them.
Look, like I'm bad with the 2D fighters, to be honest with you. Besides Mortal Kombat, like that's the one I finally got a rhythm with. But if you got 3 characters on your team,
Yeah.
I'm terrible with doing the assist and all that other to make your combos longer. I just do 1-on-1, bro. One character a piece. I can at least try to figure you out. Get 3 rounds. Let's see what happened. Like.
Yeah, when I found you, I can't remember. I believe it was Esquire that recommended you. You were playing Tekken. I think you were playing Tekken 7. And I was like, oh, okay, he plays Tekken. And I was like, okay, I think he was playing ranked match. I was like, oh, he's a fairly decent rank. He knows what he's doing. Okay. All right, cool. Being someone that's also in the FGC, being a competitor, one thing that becomes hard to watch are people that may not be as good. People that just like pick up the game and just play and stuff. So for me, sometimes it is hard to watch non-good play. But I was like, oh, he's actually good. All right, cool, bet. Let's roll. I rocks with him already. Were you always a fighting game fan, or is that something you picked on like later in life? Like I know for me, I played them always growing up, but it wasn't until I became an adult that I even learned about like competition outside of just like online play.
So it was one of those things where I always loved fighting games, but I didn't really like. You know how you can, as you get older, you recognize talents that you have.
Yeah.
And I didn't really recognize that I kept gravitating towards fighting games for some reason. It was always Tekken. Tekken is probably my favorite fighting game, but Mortal Kombat is probably my favorite franchise.
Yeah.
So I always my very first MK was like MK2 in the arcade. And that fight stick I was terrible at, but I was trying to at least
Yeah.
try to get some combos in. And then with Tekken 3 was like that first joint where I was like, okay, this is something where I thoroughly enjoy. And just been a big fan of fighting games ever since. Uh and just tried to see where it would go. I started playing competitively like in 2019. That's when
Yeah.
I started.
Okay.
But the following year, 2020 had an announcement for everybody in the world. So I couldn't do FGC stuff no more, or at
Yeah.
least for the time being.
Yeah. We actually already got a question. We got a question live from Dio. He wants to know, what's it like being known as a Twitch equivalent of a late night talk show host?
Huh?
I
I'm assuming this is an inside joke, but the way Roger's laughing at it. But yeah, this is Dio's first question.
okay, Dio. How does it feel to be equivalent to a late night talk show host?
The Twitch equivalent of late night talk show host, yes.
I honestly say that like it's still weird for me to like accept
Mhm.
because I was always that person that kind of felt like I was kind of like that background person. Like I never wanted to be on the stage.
Mm.
So it's still I ain't gonna say it's very hard to accept, but it's still hard for me to be like, okay, they really see me as like a talk show host, like someone who can keep the conversation going and just kick it on stream or on stage or wherever I'm going. And it's still very hard to accept. There's also someone else who said I am the Twitch Montel Williams. I
Okay.
believe.
Okay. Hey, we calling you Montel Williams from now on, bro. Too late.
And the thing was, I was like, bro, is it because we're bald? Like, just tell me, just tell me you hate me now, so at least I know. But I'm still learning to accept it, and still just taking like everything that's coming to me in stride. So I do appreciate it though. That is a high honor, Dio.
Dio is also another famous person, so I expect him to know all the other famous people. I go in a community, it could be a streamer from Australia and Dio be there. So
And be a mod too.
right, be a whole model VIP. Like, Dio, how do you know this person? I don't know. Oh, I found him through so and so. Like, oh, okay, all right, Dio. Whatever you say.
Known them for years. I watched their kids.
Oh man.
Man.
So growing up, like you said you always gravitated to fighters and stuff like that. Did any other genre like really have your interest?
Um, I always, besides fighters, I will always enjoy like those single player story games. Huge fan of God of War, and
Yeah.
just like it's still kind of on like the violent spectrum of
Yeah.
gaming. But I always really enjoyed a good story. So God of War was like one of those major games that just stuck with me.
Mhm.
And then in the early like 2000s, you had games like The Warriors that kind of still had that same um
Yeah.
nature of video
Very
games.
violent. Yeah.
Yeah, but then Scarface too, and then just a bunch of other games. But a really good story will sell me.
Yeah. What's some of your favorite single player games outside of God of War and Warriors? Like ones you think got you like a really good story?
So a really good
You too,
story.
Flash. Because
I
I know you
honestly,
multiplayer, man, but you dabble in single player too.
you know what? This was a franchise that I started playing recently. The Yakuza series. The Yakuza series has a really solid story in literally each of their games. And they have about 9 games that's out currently.
Yeah. That shit about as
Uh,
long as Fast and Furious franchise. Yeah.
I don't think I heard a bad thing about that series actually.
honestly, it was one of those series that kind of like slept past the US gamers. don't know how really, but because we was all there when it dropped, but none of us really like gravitated toward it for whatever reason. Might have
Mhm.
been because did they? I don't know if they had English dub versions when they first dropped, so that might have had something to do with it. But it was just like a slept on game that I recently found within this last year, and now I got the whole series. Um, I would say another game, low key, was Destroy All Humans. That was another game that had a really good story. And they had a nice combination of wit and comedy in there. Um, I'm trying to think. There's a couple other series that I like. Mm, mm,
Like I said it many times. Like ironically, Assassin's Creed was like my personal fave until
mm.
they ruined it with all of the fucking pirates. Like once they ruined it with the pirate shit, I was done. Like I wanted no parts of Assassin's Creed. So no offense to you, Pirate King, but
Uh,
the whole the whole game just became about like ships and pirates, and I hated it. And then of course Darksiders. I love the Darksiders franchise.
Yeah, my
mm.
brother was just talking to me about that last night, bro.
Yeah, bro, play them shits. Them shits good.
Um, I would say for me, Assure's Wrath,
Mm.
the first Godfather game.
Oh hell yeah, that shit was godlike.
Um,
Oh, did you play Scarface game?
I didn't.
Man, you might want to go back and play that. It was actually
And
really
then I
good.
was I was deep into Call of Duty at that point. There's one more. I cannot think of the name of it, but it's definitely one more. But those two are like if someone would ask me or recommend me a single player game.
Oh, hold on. Is it me? Is it me? Is it Discord? One second.
What do you mean?
It was
You
tweaking for
felt
a
you
second.
heard that too?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know if it was me or Discord. Might have been Discord. All right, I think we back. I think we good. I think we good. I think we good.
We good.
Yeah, we good. We
Am I
good. We
moving
good.
on
We good. We
screen?
good. Nah, you
Okay,
straight.
I'm
You
moving on
straight. You
screen.
straight. That's though it had some tweaking issues. What was the last thing you said, Flash? Because you had cut out for a second.
I did. Oh, I said I can't think of the third one, but those two, if I had to recommend like a single player game to someone, it would definitely be those two, especially Assure's Wrath.
Yeah.
That game was fucking amazing to me. I played it, I think, 3 times.
I just hate the DLC is how you got the actual true ending to the story. That's
It
the only
is.
thing that made that shit trash. Like Capcom really made you buy DLC to get the full ending. Like what? Like that was an insane move by them, but I don't know. I did fuck with Asura's Wrath.
You know what? Before you continue,
Mm-hmm.
and I know you're gonna say something.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna throw Elden Ring in there.
God damn it! I did it! I fucking did it! God damn it! I have been telling Flash.
I'm a look. I've been playing it offline a lot.
Hey, that shit some heat, right?
I think I'm about at 70
Look at him.
hours.
Look at him cheesing. Look at him smiling. That boy locked in on the Elden.
That's yeah, I might have to throw Elden Ring in there. Yeah.
God damn. Hey,
That game is amazing. I can't even front.
That's all I'm glad you admit. Roger, do you mess with the like From Software games, the Souls games?
So I was literally finna get into that. Like, what was it about Elden Ring that like drawed y'all in? Because I see a lot of Elden Ring streams,
Yeah.
but I never know like what's going. I can never like stay in the stream and watch the whole stream and know what's going on in the game. So
You want to go first, Corey?
Y'all go first. For me, I've always played the From Software games. I didn't play Demon Souls, but I tried the Dark Souls. I love Bloodborne. That's probably my favorite PS4 era game. I love Sekiro. I played Star Wars. Was it Fallen Order? Whatever that fucking one is. With that's basically it's a Souls game. So Elden Ring, like one, it was written by George R.R. Martin. I love George R.R. Martin's work. And two, I think the fact that the combat system is still the same, but they sped it up and added more interesting weapons to me. And it looks so beautiful. It's a beautiful game when you play it. And then for the first time, outside of like Bloodborne story is solid. Sekiro story is typical shit. I can't tell you a thing about any Dark Souls. I don't know any lore or stories behind it. But Elden Ring's story, I think, is just so good. Like once you start learning the lore and all types of other stuff that goes behind it, oh man, it's literally just like it's like a perfect video game to me. Like it's literally perfect. Like I wouldn't change a thing about it to be honest. Like I it's that for me.
So like a 10 for 10?
15 out of 10, 20 out of 10, bro. Like
Oh
I can't say only thing I can probably say bad about the game is it might be too big for a Souls game. But
Mhm.
once you understand where to go and you know how the map works and everything, it's not that big at all. So yeah.
Hmm.
Like I said, Flash said he's around 70 hours. I think the first 3 days I had 24, and then I didn't play for a week. And then I powered through the game for a week straight. And I think I capped at around I think I'm around 90 hours total playtime. So yeah. Yeah, 90. I beat the game, but I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I cheated. I super cheated. Like I went to go find what all the OP shit is. I looked up, I was like, what's OP? All right, I found it and I beat that shit. But like, yeah. Go ahead, Flash.
Cheating, bro. Mine's is super simple. So I've gotten my ass whooped a lot in the 60 plus hours that I played that game.
Mhm.
Also, I can say that I just got that game last week,
Oh,
last Thursday, to be
okay.
exact. But for me, it is that I'm gonna get strong and beat your ass in a few minutes. You might whip my ass, but I'm coming back.
Yeah.
OP
Okay.
as shit.
Yeah.
Like
So
I
this
only beat 2 bosses, but I am OP as fuck in that game
Yeah,
right now.
yeah. You kind of busted.
I am OP. I'm walking around with a berserk sword, bro. Just
Oh
destroying
shit.
everything.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
You doing the berserk sword.
And
You
it's
know,
it's
so
so
you
much
learn
to
a few
do in
things.
it though, man. It's so much to do in it. Like you don't have to do the storyline as of right now because it's everything is everywhere.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah.
okay.
But
No
just
one
expect
has
to get your ass
like
whooped if you get it.
Yeah.
no one has put it in like perspective like that for me.
Yeah.
Besides telling me that it's
Yeah.
good. They never like broke down
Mhm.
why it
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
good.
The weapon variety, I think, is what really makes it fun for me.
Mhm.
You want to be a straight up magic user, sure. You want to be Green Arrow and shoot arrows all game, sure. You want to be a lightning dragon summoner, sure. You want to be somebody just dual wield katanas, sure. Like whatever you want to do fighting wise, you want to be Baki's dad and just run in with the fist and beat shit up, you can do that. Like it's endless possibilities on how you can play the game, and I think that's what adds that layer. And the game is rewarding when you beat a boss. It feels very rewarding after you get that dub.
I took a victory lap after the second boss show. I literally got up from my chair and walked around the house. That's that's how bad that shit was. I got my ass whooped for an hour.
Okay. So
Yeah,
for it's more so for the challenge for you, Flash.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Because
Okay.
I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna beat your ass.
yeah,
Pretty much.
yeah,
I think it's something you enjoy. I tell everyone that because I didn't expect to enjoy it as much as I do, but I feel like it's something that anyone would enjoy.
yeah. I just want
Okay.
Flash to know I ain't been wrong about recommending the game to him since I met him. So I'm just throwing it out there.
False news.
What did I recommend that was bad? Roger, if you need game recommendations, holler at your boy. I ain't gonna steer you wrong. Buy Elden Ring. We look forward to the BGR Elden Ring streams coming soon. And you gonna hit me
Wizards
up?
of Waverly Place won't that good for me. But
Okay,
you are like 99 out of 100. I will give you that.
fair enough.
And
Fair enough.
that's still that A+ range. You know what
Yeah.
I'm
Hey, look, man.
saying?
Look,
Okay.
what Terrence Howard say? When I'm right, I'm right. When I'm wrong, I'm still right because I could have been right. Or whatever the fuck he said to get rich or die trying. That's me right there. You know what I'm saying? I could have been wrong, but I wasn't wrong, which means I'm right. So yeah, that's me. That's me right there.
Mhm.
Roger, you like I said, I met you. You started competing back in 2018, Tekken 7, and you just celebrated your 2 year stream anniversary. So there's a gap there where like you didn't stream. So what made you want to take on that next step from being just competing in tournaments for Tekken 7 and wanting to jump into being on the Twitch platform and being a content creator yourself?
So like it was one of those things with Twitch where it was on my list of things to do,
Mm-hmm.
but it wasn't like there was a plan for it to kind of like fall into place. So the
Okay.
original plan of all of this stuff was like, okay, I want to be a competitor from what I've seen and kind of because I was on Twitch, but I didn't even have a profile. I would just like watch tournaments and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So one thing I had peeped with a lot of different like high quality competitors in any fighting game is they win tournaments and get their name to a certain degree where the views or the viewers just kind of pour in just to see them
Yeah.
play this particular game. But the one thing I really noticed about them was like none of them would like be very interactive
Ah,
with
somebody said it. Yes. There we go.
like
All right.
because there's this gap between I won't even say it's like a superiority complex, but there's something about like those high competitors where they just don't put a ton of effort into their streams. They just
Yeah.
kind of stream. Oh, thank you for the raid, and then like kind of go through it.
Yeah.
And I had peeped that, but the one thing that really made me get into Twitch was during 2020, COVID had hit.
Yeah.
So there was a time where there was no competing going on whatsoever. And if you were part of that early FGC, they used to load online tournaments, like spit on the mention of
Yeah.
online tournaments.
Yeah.
So it was kind of one of them taboo things where I was like, I don't know, I'm not competing online. I just
Me. Yeah.
we'll retire.
Yeah.
We'll retire for now. And so the original plan was compete, win, get not even like win, but just get my name noticed
Yeah.
somewhere. Then the second part of it was once I get my name known, start throwing my own tournament
Mm-hmm.
and having my own offline tournaments. Then the third part to that, it was like all lined up to it was then streaming.
Yeah.
Like COVID knocked out the first two. So I said, you know what? My friends from college always said you might have that personality for Twitch, even though I've like before then, I was always that person where I was like, I think I'm a background person. I'm
Yeah.
someone who wants to work behind the scenes. And we just gave it a try with what I had. I had a PS4 with a PS3 mic and and just seeing what happened. And I think a lot of it had to deal with had a lot of luck in there too, because I had met the right people that led me to my community to a
Yeah.
certain degree. Um, and one of the first streamers who did that for me was Dip Gaming. Dip Gaming was the first streamer that I had met via Twitch, and then he raided one of the homegirls named Pretty in Blue. Now her new name is Slice of Nye,
Yeah.
and then everything else just kind of opened up from there. And now we here. But that's really why I into Twitch, because there wasn't really anything FGC related going on at the
Yeah.
time, and I just wanted to see what would happen.
Yeah. It was it's tough being a fighting game competitor because uh most of the games the online sucks. You playing Tekken 7, you can attest. Tekken 7 is pretty bad online. It might be top 2 worst online fighting games, to be honest. Like it's pretty up there. Especially you playing on the PS4. Look, I know the struggle. It is PC was rough, but man, PS4 rough. But did you enter any of the online tournaments yourself? Or just say fuck it, like, you know what I'm saying, cave in? I caved in.
So I did eventually cave in, and I've entered maybe 3 or 4 tournaments now online.
Mm-hmm.
Um, about I would say 3 Tekken tournaments, 1 MK, and then we just did Injustice 2 on Thursday.
Ooh. Okay.
Mhm,
Okay.
mhm, mhm.
All right, all right, all right. Okay, so you're mainly, like I said, you're a big fan of 3D MK, but I was hearing that too because when you have the NRS crowd, you have the people that like MK, the people that like Injustice. You normally don't get somebody that plays both. Like for me personally, I would rather MK,
Mhm.
but I love DC characters, so like I'll play Injustice every now and then. Like it ain't really too much for me. Um, speaking of that, so you mentioned throwing your own tournaments. In doing my research in BGR, I noticed I learned you run your own events. But it looks like you ain't had one in a while. When we gonna get another BGR event that's thrown and hosted by you, sir?
Yeah. So
I hear
so
I hear the well actually it's coming. Go ahead.
Right. We about to throw one tomorrow.
I wish. Um I think the part of it where I still want to throw my own tournaments and I still want to do them. I still want to kind of do them offline, but there was a period with the offline scene where they would throw a tournament. They would throw a tournament. And on the news the next day, they'll be like, COVID outbreak happened
Right.
at that
Right.
tournament.
Yeah, yeah,
So
Right.
to me, I'm like, I can wait. Like,
yeah.
I don't want to be on the news
Hmm.
for that reason. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Where they was like, they wanted to be like, oh, it was such an amazing show, and it was just fireworks, and the food was hot, and the drinks were like, I wanted to be like that type of review, not 30 people caught
yeah,
COVID
yeah,
at the FGC tournament ran by this man, and
yeah,
then be my face in the newspaper talking about some. We tried everything we could, and then you'll get that one side of the spectrum where they're just like, you could have waited until it was safer regulation. Be
yeah.
honest with you, ain't no telling when it's going to be actually.
Exactly. Exactly.
So I would love to throw one this summer. I'm thinking about getting a bigger venue because we did the name of my organization is called Ultimate Nemesis.
Hmm.
Um, we threw a Mortal Kombat tournament right before COVID even hit the states. Through an MK11 one at this art venue called Herb Arts here in St. Louis. And it was a lot of fun and I learned a lot, but the community really pulled up because like there was a point where we were still, promoting the tournament and trying to like put posters everywhere. I'm going to different black businesses and
Hmm.
asking them if I can leave flyers here and there just because I'm like, yo, bro, like, please help me, fuck me. Like, but there was a moment in that, like, there was a moment before the tournament. I was like, I think we sold 3 tickets so far. I don't know how this is going to
Yeah,
go. Oh, but now I learned now that that's just like a culture thing where people just wait to that day of to see what they got going on,
hmm.
and then they'll pull up. So I want to throw one this summer.
Okay, okay. Miss Esquire actually has a question. I'm gonna actually piggyback off her question. Would you consider doing any online events, virtual tourneys? And with you being a tournament organizer, something I always wondered: do you have any interest in casting it, being a commentator at all for any of these games?
So I would throw a virtual tournament. To be honest with you, it's a lot easier to do a virtual tournament compared to offline where you got to go get the venue, you got to go make sure if you got vendors, you got to make sure they got space and everything they need. You want a performance somewhere in there, you got to make sure they good. And then it's a lot of like I invested all my personal money into it. So then that is a whole nother factor. I would love to throw an offline tournament. Um, I think the thing I've been hesitant on is just trying to figure out one, which game, and two, how we're gonna do it.
Yeah,
Because online tournaments, you can, but you can't say like no pros can enter the tournament
yeah,
or this or that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So it's kind of hard to regulate who enters because you can like randomly Sonic Fox could enter a Tekken tournament, and what am I gonna say? Sonic can't be there? No, I you know what I'm saying? But then if it's like more so of a casual sweat or semi, like, you know what I'm saying, there's levels to the sweat in these fighting games. What do I say to someone who's already entered and they just found out Sonic Fox entered 2 minutes ago right before it closed? They not finna leave.
Right.
So how do you like regulate that? That's been more so my question. But I also been watching a streamer named Baja Zero who's been killing the FGC scene, and he has been doing a really good job of consistent tournaments, but like a smooth mix-up. He threw the Injustice 2 tournament on Thursday. He threw King of Fighters. He knows his stuff. So I've been kind of like watching how he do it. I'm just like, okay, maybe I might be overthinking it, and maybe I just need to just go for it and see what happened. What was the second part of the question?
Would you ever commentate or cast the event yourself, or any event in general?
I would love to commentate my own tournaments. The only thing is, would I be able to? Would be more so the question, because if it's offline, there are so many elements to a tournament that I would kind of be, commentating, the broadcasting the tournament, and then I'll look up and someone might need me for something, and I'll, so I think when I get to that point where I can just show up, I'll definitely like broadcast my own tournament. But it's gonna be a while before we get to that type of moment. And even then, if we ever get to that moment, would I feel comfortable just broadcasting while I see a fire happen in the tournament? And
I mean, you gotta step off at that point,
Yeah, so it's kind of like just trying to find that balance in it for real.
A question from Dio again is, as a viewer or competitor, is there a tournament format that you prefer over others? You can answer this question too, Flash. You being well versed in the LGS, Call of Duty scene, other FPS events. Is there like a tournament format you gentlemen like prefer or is not a fan of?
I'm letting Pirate King go.
So for me, for tournament like viewer or just even watching or even competing in it, I do like the double elimination style of fighting game tournaments. Singles elimination style doesn't really give you a chance because you can sometimes tournament just come down to the bracket. Like it might not have no reflection on your particular skill. You could be a GOAT, but if you run into God, you're out of the tournament, and all that practice, all that hard work, and you're actually good at the game, but you just so happen to run into the wrong person who sleep and breathe fighting games. He go to sleep talking about what makes him put him in a negative positive frames. He said this move is 11 minus 12 plus 13 equal 40. Like
I can relate, bro. My first local offline event. I don't know if you're aware of this guy named Seiko, Dragunov Tekken 7 player, legendary. First Tekken 7 event in the city, he comes down from the DMV area. I almost got 6 perfects in a row. That's how bad he whipped my ass. But I'm not a Tekken player. I played it just to like help. Like, I'm the type of person, I will enter a tournament even if I'm not good at it because I want to help the numbers. Like, oh, we had this many people compete. If that's one more person, that's cool. It's whatever. Like, I don't mind. I'll pay the $5-10 to take an L because it's going to help the overall community. But I'm not going to sit here and lie and say, like, when Seiko whooped my ass, I was like, yeah, maybe I shouldn't have entered. Like, this, I could have used that $10 for a drink because I needed one after that ass whooping I took. So I can relate. Evo, first match out of pools, I run into Kevo the man, and I'm like, okay. And then after playing Kevo, I have to go play Luffy and Street Fighter. I'm like, okay, cool. This is a fun tournament. This is real fun. I'm enjoying myself. Like, it gets to the point you get deep enough, you just running into killer after killer after killer. Like I get it. I can get wanting to run a tournament and make it fair for like newcomers as well as people that you know that know frame data, that know everything about the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Look at you knowing. I would say the format that I would like the most is double elimination. Well, I like it and I hate it at the same time because double elimination tournaments can take
Yes.
all day, and you in the winners bracket or you in a portion where you have to wait for the next person that you're actually playing against, and that can take a couple hours. You done cooled off, you got to run, and you're no longer that on that level anymore. So, but single elimination, like y'all said, you can be the best one to go up against someone better than you, and this murder she wrote.
Yeah. Or you
And
just
you
have
feel
a
like you
bad
just wasted
game.
your time. Yeah, you feel like you just wasted your time. So I would prefer double elimination,
Yeah.
but I also would prefer if they can try to find a way to make them a little bit faster.
Yeah. I think the biggest problem when it comes to those events be, especially when it's offline events and people have to get to the stage, is getting everybody set. And then
Mhm.
also, tournament organizers, if any of you are watching, find a better way to do ads. Stop taking so many ad breaks. Just post that shit across the screen in like a little rotating thing. Like I hate you watch a tournament, you get down to top 8. You see one match commercial, next match commercial, next match. I'm like, bro, please just keep the action going. Like this is taking all day. Like stop that, please.
You better rather than picture and picture it.
Yeah, bro, just picture that bitch. Like, put it on the side. You get your ad revenue still. I don't need to hear the lady talk about Bevel or whatever the fuck the commercial finna be. Like, I'm a big fan of round robin tournaments. I love a good invitational when they invite like the best of the best, and like they stick them in like 4, 5, 8, however many pools, and everybody has to play everybody. I love those style tournaments, because usually they're longer sets, so people normally play like 4 to 5 games. Like, I like to see the best go at it. I think that's something I really enjoy. Okay, Roger.
No, that was my mom.
Mama Pirate.
Nah,
That's
nah,
Mama.
nah, nah. See, we had this conversation before this jumped
Nah,
off. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
I'm
I knew it.
weak. Nah. That
Alright.
was my Dukes bringing the bottle.
Oh,
Mm.
okay. All right. Bring you a
I
little bit of
wanted
that
to.
sippy sip.
I wanted to try it out.
Okay.
Cocktails with Corey. I was like,
Hey man, look, I'm here with you, bro. I got me a little Terramana. So I ain't got much left, but got enough to get through the episode. We Gucci. Um so
I'm gonna be the designated driver.
okay, Flash designated driver.
listen, take care of us because we
Got you.
Well, that's quite another room. I get too crazy, she'll yell at me. It's all good.
I'm weak.
So Roger, one question I want to ask you about, because it's very rare we get other members that actually compete and stuff that's in the fighting game community, right? How do you feel right now, and how did you feel coming in being a black man in the fighting game community? I could say for me, I'm sure Flash could probably relate too. Going into the Call of Duty competitive space, me coming into FGC, I just felt like it wasn't the competitors that did look like me maybe didn't act like me. And I just felt like it wasn't a lot of representation there for us. Like me and Esquire was talking about this the other day. It's not a lot of black. I don't know any black people that's in the ALGS. I know people that's probably tried out for Challengers League and stuff like that, but I don't know anybody that's like a mainstay name. But like fighting in FGC is one of the few genres where right now we could say a black person is like the top player or one of the top players, if not multiple, in like every fighting game. You got Sonic Fox and Ninja Killer in Mortal Kombat. Street Fighter, you got Punk, who's arguably the best in the world. Tekken, you have Cuddlecore, who's one of the top 15 players in the world. You got Cuddle is fucking ridiculous, dog.
Like,
You have like you name a game, there's a black player at the top. Guilty Gear, we got Kizzy, even Punk to an extent. We got K7. Like there's just so many black people right now in fighting games that's actually like running the shit. Like they are cooking everybody. What are your thoughts and your feelings being in a genre that we're kind of well represented in?
honestly, one of the literally, like you said, the one thing I had noticed when I first entered the FGC was I don't know if you peeped this too, but black people in particular kind of gravitate towards certain games. And other games you'll never catch. You may catch one or two over
Yeah.
there playing, but you won't catch the whole crew over there playing that stuff. So for me, when I first entered the FGC here, it was at this place called Moonbase Market. And I went in, and the first thing I noticed was like all the black people on this side playing Tekken and Mortal Kombat.
That was the
And
black people
then
fighting games, yeah.
everybody else was playing Guilty Gear and Blue. What's it called? It's Blue.
Blaze Blue.
Blaze Blue.
Blaze Blue, and literally everything else I never even heard of under
Yeah.
the sun. So it was kind of like a breath of fresh air because I didn't know what to expect.
Yeah.
But as you said too, like you do get to know the people over there playing that Tekken, that Mortal Kombat, but it's still like were moments where it's just like we still didn't really connect.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like a part of that has to do with whether, or I would say how you are outside of gaming.
Yeah.
Like if you really had like other things going on besides just this game,
Mhm.
that kind of separated me from a couple other members in that particular FGC because um we would have moments where I would say a joke or something about that where it has nothing to do with gaming, and they kind of side eye me a little bit like,
Yeah.
excuse me. Hmm? Who's the stallion? Like, like, like they would have moments like that where I just sit there like, okay, I came into gaming. I ain't gonna say late, but as an adult, I came in after me chasing different goals and stuff outside of gaming, where
Yeah.
they might have just been in gaming, period. And it would be hard to relate to them, but I also was able to find crew members who can really relate to me
Yeah.
eventually.
Yeah.
It didn't take forever, but it was kind of because you kind of feel like the oddball
Mhm.
amongst your people. Like it's weird because you like, okay, I'm with them, but then I have to really break off from them and go to this particular crew because I don't relate to nobody else here.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. But
Yeah.
overall, if something goes down, we all look like, hey, what's happening?
Yeah.
We all might have our differences, but
Yeah.
what's the beef over here? Because you kind of talking a little loud on that side
Yeah.
of the room, sir. And it yeah, that's it's cool. But one thing I am looking forward to is just seeing how more FGC competitors continue to enter and look up to, like you said, these different members that's at the top.
Yeah.
And I look forward to just seeing nothing but us in
Yeah.
these tournaments and dominating and because it's just a different type of feeling.
Yeah. I would love the FGC because especially right now we have so much representation. I think we watched what event was it? I can't think. I restreamed it like a couple weekends ago, and we had what 4 black people in top 4. I think it was Guilty Gear. Yeah, I think Guilty Gear. We had 4 black people in top 4, and I'm like, yo, this is amazing. This is an anime game made by Japanese developers. Yeah, Tetris Showdown. That's what it was. We watched. There's an anime game predominantly run by Japanese and Asian players, and here we are, a big event. We got 4 black people in top 4. Like that's amazing to me,
Texas Showdown.
Yeah. Street Fighter. We had 2 black men in grand finals. Amazing. I love that. Like that's something I'm enjoying seeing right now. Like we really running it. We balling. Like we doing the thing. And like I said, it's just us being able to now have people at the top that we can look up to. Because for me coming into the community, which I would like to know who some of your top people were. was Mike Ross. Mike Ross was a huge influence on me and why I wanted to get into the community. Like, I thought he was like so funny because of Excellent Adventures. Like, he was godlike at the game. He was entertaining and fun. And him, Smug, and Snake Eyes, like those three black men was like the people I knew. And I was like, yo, like y'all helped wanted me to get into that. So I hope to be the same for another person that looks up. So oh, he's black and he's into this. I want to get into it too. Because it's not, it's winning isn't everything. I think the most important thing is just fun and teaching. Teach, learn, and have fun. That's really what it's all about.
That's one thing I'll absolutely like love about Cuddlecore
Mm-hmm.
because there's no hesitation whatsoever. It
Yeah.
doesn't feel like you're talking to a top competitor who has multiple championships. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, she's out here killing the game.
Yeah.
But you can also just have like a conversation with her and she'll respond to you in her chat. But
Mm-hmm.
then she also does a really good job of trying to teach the game. She'll
Yeah.
break down her own characters
Yep.
Hmm.
just so people can have a better chance at beating those characters.
Yep.
You might not have a better chance beating
Beating
her,
it.
but
Yeah. Yeah.
like,
You ain't gonna
she'll
beat my
still
ass, but you run into another person, you can beat their ass. Yeah.
exactly, and that is something that I don't see like too often
Mm.
because you probably went to like a couple different streams yourself, and you'll say, "Hey, what was such and such and so and so," and you'll see them look at chat and then go right back to the game.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So I definitely look up to Cuddle and how she does that.
Yeah. What about you, Flash? What's your thoughts as far as being a minority in a minority driven competitive scene? Like, you do casting, you do your competitions, but I don't know too many black players in FPS in general, to be honest.
Because there's not many actually. I wish it was somewhat close to being equal as the fighting game community. However, there are certain people who actually do get on these professional teams, like APG in Halo. He's very good. He plays for Optic. You have Afro that plays in the CDL. You have Fire, even though he's back into the Challengers League. There's not too much black representation in Call of Duty. I can just go ahead and put that out there now. Even though Afro is like one of the top 15 players in the league. And I know there's a lot of great black Call of Duty players. Like I met Fire in the Challengers League a couple years ago. But we don't really have that representation in Apex or Call of Duty. And it's bad. It's because I know there are a lot of great players in Call of Duty, but there are also a lot of great black players that get overlooked all the time.
Yeah.
And you don't necessarily see people sticking out their neck to play with these people like they should, or like it's Scump will pull out his neck for a whole bunch of different people. That's not necessarily saying Scump not the type of person to do it for someone of color.
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
Yeah. Because
I've seen Prem 6 do it.
Yeah. Because Esquire actually proposed this question to me, which made me think of it, and I wanted to save it for this show, is that, it's not much black representation in that realm, right? So
At all.
what has to be done to get us to have the representation there? I think it's just probably going to take like maybe a team that's going to push themselves, or organization that wants to purposely put, black people
Exactly.
into
That's what it's going
into
to
the
take.
limelight,
So what's crazy is, and I can't remember his name offhand right now, but he does a lot with black content creators. It's gonna take something like that, just on a professional level. Chase, that's his name, where he just focuses on black content creators. Everything he does is spotlighting black content creators. It's going to take something like that on a professional level in order to get these professionals who are great at the game, who are people of color. I'm not even gonna say people of color no more, who are black.
Yeah.
To get into that space. They're not going to just allow us in there.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen. Not in Call of Duty. I can promise you that.
Yeah.
Because it took a lot for me to get where I was. And I only made the Challenger scene. And I only got that because someone got injured.
Yeah.
Had he not got injured, I would never been in Challengers League.
Yeah, I think also part of the problem is that a lot of these team-based games, that you need a team. Like it's easier for black people to succeed when it's just us ourselves. Like fighting
Right.
games, Madden, 2K. When it's just you and you only got to depend on you, there's nothing stopping you from winning but yourself at that point, to be honest, Versus a shooting game Flash could go have 50 kills, but they could lose 50 to 100 and he had all 50 kills. And then what happens there? Like your team still ass, you know? So yeah, I think it has to be some kind of way and somebody has to like put that foot forward to get a black team together. Like I think that'd be
Mm-hmm.
dope. Like fucking Glory Road. Oh my
Yeah,
god,
all it
for the
takes is just one.
yeah. For the
Literally just one.
it takes the one dude. That's literally all it takes, you know. Oh my god, we have the first all black starting five in the CDL. Like hell yeah, that's what I want to see. You know what I'm saying? Even if they get clapped up, which they won't, but you know,
They won't.
I want to see it. I want to see it happen. Like it's something that's definitely missing. Off of that note, Roger, is there any Tekken's been out for a while. It's been out almost 10 years damn near, right? Mortal
Yeah.
Kombat is on his last fucking leg because NRS games don't last for a long period of time. So is there any other newer fighter games or anything you think coming up that you want to dabble in and like get your hands under?
Honestly, Guilty Gear. Guilty Gear Strive in particular.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like I struggle with diving into new fighters because I know what my process is when it comes to learning games. That's literally the only game I could play. Like that, I have to like zone in on it
Yeah.
if I want to get to a certain point in the game. If I fall off, if I just take a break or go about doing something else, I'm not going to get to that point. So it's often hard for me to even start because I know what type of time I got to
Yeah.
be on to do it.
Yeah, I think that's the thing that people underestimate. When you want to compete and get good, the time, the mind state, and stuff that it takes in doing that, right? Like people think it's just so easy. Like, oh, if you're good, like nah, it's like fighting games are constantly revolving, and so are shooters these days because you log in Call of Duty Monday, the gun that's strong ain't gonna be strong
Exactly.
on Thursday. So now you got to figure out the best
Exactly.
class for the next gun. You're like, damn, my gun ain't hitting like it used to. Like, yeah, you got a patch update. You got to figure it out. And fighting games, Marvel vs. Capcom 2 has been out 20 years damn near. And you got people still discovering new stuff in that game. Like, that's how long it takes these games to develop at the highest, like, competitive level. So, like, it takes a while. You got to, like, leave it alone. And then, we're in a patch era where everything has to get fixed and people cry about stuff being broken or unfair. Like, you played, Tekken, like Leroy was busted and then Fukron was busted. Like that Leroy chapter, that 3 months of Leroy was insane. Like that was an insane amount of time. I think I showed some of the clips here on stream. Like, what was it? Evo Japan. There was like 6 fucking Leroys in top 8. Like,
I was
dog.
finna get to that. I was literally finna get to that. That was Leroy edition Evo.
Yeah.
Because,
think,
like you said, there were 6 in the top 8.
I
And then
think
they
they made like a YouTube video about that, about how broken Leroy was.
Yeah. Yeah. There's the score. Shout out to score. They do good little
Yeah.
documentaries and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. They do whole videos. They said the character that broke Tekken. Yes, he did break Tekken. That character was busted. Like that was some broken shit. Like I have never seen nothing like that. I was like, yo, he was so bad they had to do an emergency patch just for him. Like they said, yo, this is the Leroy patch.
they nerfed him to hell. Like
He's still good though. Still good.
you just rarely catch a Leroy nowadays, to be
Yeah.
honest. Well, at least in me, like just
Yeah.
playing randomly online, I rarely see
Yeah.
Leroy. I see more Zhao Yus now more than Leroy.
Yeah. I'm going through the Luke phase in Street Fighter, the most busted character in the game. So I can relate. The Luke era is definitely very boring right now. Luke. Like I'm tired of fighting that character.
Which one's Luke? The one that was in jail? The jail one?
Nah, that's Cody.
that
Luke
Luke?
is a brand new character. He just like he's new.
Okay.
So yeah, if you never seen his look, you wouldn't even know what he looks like or what he does. But yeah, he's basically a character with no flaws. He has no weaknesses. Like uppercuts, got it. Fireballs, got it. Ways around fireballs, got it. Big damage, got it. Good buttons, got it. Good defense, got it. Like he has no flaws in this game. Like he's a complete character.
And stuff like that make you want to not even play sometimes.
Dog,
Yep.
like
Let me play
I'm
something else.
dog. Like I'm just a fan of like I miss when fighting games. I like fighting games to be broken. One game I'm a big fan of is Soul Calibur 6. Soul Calibur 6 is so busted for every character. If you don't know how to fight a character, they will steamroll you no problem. But I feel like every character is busted. Everybody is good. So like, or you could win with everybody. Street Fighter now to the extent like Luke is so busted, you have people actually saying, "Hey, we're not going to play this character because it's not fun for nobody." Like that's how busted the character is. You have people literally agreeing in tournaments saying, "Hey, if we make it to this point, we're not going to use this character because it's kind of pointless." So I do hate that, but make fighting games broken again, dude. Like, but it's like now every game does have a point to where something is busted. Call of Duty goes through its meta, the MP5 meta. Oh my god, Modern Warfare MP5 meta. Oh my god, that shit was the gun for 4 months, dog. For 4 months, all you needed was an MP5. That's it. You ain't need nothing else. The gun did it all. You need to
You mean
shoot
like the
somebody.
remake?
Yeah,
Oh, no,
yeah,
that was the entire year.
yeah. But I
You
mean,
ain't
but
need a sidearm, a
yeah,
grenade. You ain't need none of that. A
dog.
shield.
All
Like,
you
nah,
needed was the MP5, and you were solid. Like
that's wild.
when
Yep,
Mortal
Cold War
Kombat,
was the 7-4.
yeah, Mortal Kombat 10 went through the Tanya phase, and then it went through the Tremor phase. Oh my god. Then it went through the Triborg phase. Like, bro, please, like, it just every game gets a phase where one character is just so busted, and you have to continuously fight this character, and it's like you just praying like, I just ask, make everything busted or make everybody trash. You make everybody trash, nobody complains, or just make everything busted. I just hate but that's the thing with designing, right? Some characters by natural design, it's hard for them to be bad. Like for Tekken example, one person to me is like Steve Fox. By design, Steve could never be a bad character.
He can, because you got to put so much time into how different his fighting system is
Yeah,
compared to everybody. Those
yeah.
weaves,
Dog, Steve is forever a good character. Like no matter
yeah,
which Tekken it is, he's gonna be good. Same thing goes for like Jin. I think Jin's gonna always be a good character, just because like by design, it's almost impossible for them to be bad. At worst, they're mid tier, but they're never like non-competitive that can be used.
yeah,
Yeah. Uh, so you say you want to get into Guilty Gear? Have you already picked the game up? Have you started
yeah.
playing?
I got Guilty Gear. Currently playing Leo, which apparently
You like the
he's
busted shit? I understand.
yeah, and I didn't know because this is my very first Guilty Gear game. So I was, you look at, the list of characters and you
Yeah.
just kind of vibe out and see which ones you want to play. I originally tried Chip.
Okay.
Chip.
That
But
low health.
Chip had a lot going on. And me trying to get into it and trying to stick to it, I was like, I need someone a little less complicated, at least until I learned more aspects of the game.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I need someone more maybe beginner friendly.
Mhm.
And apparently Leo was that character where I just kind of vibe with.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was busted. I still don't play like he's busted. And I'm still like going through the process.
You don't know the cheap shit yet. I got you.
Yeah, I don't know what will absolutely win every single time. I'm still just kind of, fucking around with it. Leo so far is the character I'm picking.
Yeah. I actually enjoy fighting Leos because every Leo loses their brain at some point and they just turn it off. And normally when they turn it off is when I can like turn the match around. But if you have a Leo that thinks and like, yo, I purposely want to like do damage to you, it's such an ugly fight. I main Kai. Kai is basically your typical Shoto of the game. He's a very simple character. You actually had laughed at me about this. I was like, I played so many fighting games. You was like, how do you do it? And I was like, I pick characters that are easy. I don't have to remember so much about the character to be effective. Like I cannot play Street Fighter for a year and pick up Akuma and I'm fine. Like I don't play the complicated characters that require high execution. Like give me simple shit and I can figure and like I can keep playing the game. Like I'm good.
But that's a good way to look at it though, because if you just doing off just the vibes, you can pick a very complicated character
Yeah.
and get it to like my situation where I gotta sit there and play nothing but this.
Yeah.
Where I could have picked a easier character. And you know what I'm saying? Because then you pick an easier character, you get to learn the game mechanics. And
that's the
then
biggest thing. Yeah.
yeah, you ain't gotta worry so much about your character. It's just now you can look at situations. You can go from character to situations and just go from there.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing right there, right? Is make sure you learn the mechanics of a game, and this is for any game if you want to get into competing or someone be good, because you could literally feel like you're better than somebody, but because you don't know the mechanics and how shit works. Like one thing I often think about is like me playing Valorant with Flash. He gets upset at the recoil. And he's like, how you shoot me through this wall? And I'm just like, he just doesn't know the game. But if it was Call of Duty, he will whoop their ass, drop a nuke on him, no problem. But like when you don't understand the mechanics and understand, all right, this gun can shoot through this wall, but this one can't shoot through the wall. But then if you have this wall, every gun can shoot through, and then you have this ability that, like, it's so much to learn. It's like, dog, where do you start? But speaking of, I'm actually one of yours too, Flash, because Flash be playing beat 'em ups. He act like he don't. But what are some of your favorite fighting game characters? I feel like favorite characters tell a lot about a person.
Gal, Spider-Man, Ryu.
Gal, Spider-Man, Ryu. Okay.
That's only because that was my team in Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Okay. What about you, Roger?
I was gonna say that was from a very specific game. Because just
my
the
team.
lineup, just how he said that, I was like, that is for sure one particular game. So some of my favorite characters, can honestly, I would say Harong is my main.
Okay.
So that's my boy. But also I enjoy playing King because
man, yeah.
how complicated he can be, but low key how freaky he can get, bro. Because you don't see one King that plays the exact same way.
Yeah.
You can kind of see the formula for Harong and be like, okay, this is how he's supposed to play. But with King, so he got 160 plus moves.
Yeah.
Anything goes with him. But then on Mortal Kombat side, I really like playing with Kung Lao. Like that.
You're a real one.
I'm with the Shaolin Fist, you know what I'm saying? Like I gotta stick to it. I play Sub-Zero. I really enjoy him. And then another character is Jax.
Yeah.
That's my boy.
Yeah.
On Fighter Z, I'll play Vegeta. Like and really like Super Vegeta in particular. I would love to learn how to play Piccolo because that's another character I really enjoy.
Yeah.
I'm just not good with. And let's see what else. If you talk about Marvel versus Capcom, one character I really liked playing with was Spider-Man for sure.
Fucking love Spider-Man.
Spider-Man is him, dog. Spider-Man's so cool.
Like, and just how he goes about his fighting system, it's hard not to like Spider-Man. Even when you're playing against him, you just like that's just how Spidey. It's just how Spidey plays. Like,
he's one of those characters. He's never been like super good. So when you see a good Spider-Man, you have to appreciate it. Like, nah, you working your ass off for this. Like, I respect it. I respect the dub. Yeah. I think for me, it's so weird. It's like I have my favorite characters in each franchise, but every game I pick up I play somebody new. So like I started my competitive career in Mortal Kombat 10. I started playing Scorpion, and then I left Scorpion. I started playing Ermac, and Ermac became my main. And then Mortal Kombat 11 comes out. I play Kung Lao. I was like, I like Kung Lao. I was like, oh, he's cool in this game. I'll pick him up. And then Street Fighter 4, I played Cammy.
Okay.
But then Street Fighter Five, I play Akuma. Guilty Gear, I tried the older Guilty Gears. I always like Chip because the ninja, he's a ninja character. I always like those. And I typically play like the glass cannon style characters, the characters that are low health, a lot of damage, a lot of miss up potential.
Mm.
But then Strive comes out. I play Kai. Why? I can't tell you. It's just something about Kai I gravitated to. Like it's cool as shit. So like every game, even Tekken. I mean Tekken, I play Lars. Why do I like Lars? I think he looks cool doing his moves. He go through the different stances and he does flips and his super's cool. He got electricity. Who don't like electricity moves? Like I fucks with Lars. So
Lars earns his damage. He really does.
no, he doesn't. He hit you. If he
You
gets
know-
a launcher, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. He has the
Look.
best wall carry in the game. The best.
But if he mess up, it's a
Yeah.
wrap.
Yeah.
Like, and that's what I mean by like the damage. It's because I played against a really good Lars.
Mhm.
I still play with him when I get the chance. And if he don't hit the right stance or just try to get that wall carry off, it's a wrap. it's a done deal. It's a done data. Like,
Yeah, that's the problem with characters like Lars. They're not. What's the best I can put this? Their make you guess opportunities aren't as strong as other characters. Once I learned that the new meta for a lot of the current fighting games is how many times can I make you guess in one guess? That's how strong the character is. Once I learned that, I was like, oh, okay, this makes sense. That's what makes Leo very strong. You're gonna find out Leo's fucked up. You gotta guess between low, high, mid, overhead, command grab, and regular grab on knockdown.
ooh.
Oh, and cross up. And you gotta guess between cross up. Every time he knocks you down, you gotta make 7 guesses on what you gonna do to defend. And he has a counter for all of them. Like that character.
Defense is broken. Yeah. Broken.
And by-
Literally.
Like and day one, like beta Leo and day one Leo, when he could actually when he cross you up, he can actually combo off of the mid attack and like get he get 50% off a mid. Like, bro, what is this character design? Like, this character's busted. That's like Flash playing Call of Duty and he got a fucking pistol, but every shot is a one-hit kill. He just gotta hit one shot.
That's the golden pistol.
Yeah, it's like the golden gun from fucking GoldenEye. Like, bro,
Yep.
this shit's busted. Like, but then you realize there's more characters that's equally busted, if not more busted. So, you know,
Honestly.
good luck fighting Happy Chaos. That's a very fun fight, no matter who you are.
I just had a flashback on I didn't know nothing about Happy Chaos and I was just getting shot up. It was just bullets on bullets on bullets. And I'm like, yo, are we playing Apex? Are we
Yeah,
put the gun fight me like a man.
yeah.
Put the gun down. Fight me like a like I had to try to figure it, bruh.
I think that's what made me quit. Was it Marvel vs. Capcom 3? Because Dante just kept shooting me. Was it Dante? I think it was
Yeah.
Dante.
Oh man, Dante was busted in first variation.
I think it was Dante. Just kept shooting like nothing. And then you would put it in easy mode and you would just get destroyed.
Yeah,
He would just destroy you.
yeah. Everything is a combo, full screen.
I need game devs to like admit one day that they hate us. Like, like, just tell us one time, look, y'all get on our nerves. So there you go, Leroy.
Yeah, yeah.
Deal with that.
So here's my thing. I didn't mind Leroy being busted because he was black. I was like, at least
Oh,
the best
yeah.
character in the game is a black character. I'm with the shit. Like, fuck it. Make him broken for the longevity of the game. I don't care. That's why even when Elena became the best character in Ultra Street Fighter, I was like, she's black. Fuck it. At least she's the best character in the game. Like, she's busted, but fuck it. We got a black strong character. So I'm with the shits.
On a random note, have you tried King of Fighters yet?
Yeah, I play KOF.
How you feeling about it so far?
The game is very top tier heavy.
Okay.
Vanessa, Gato, Kyo, Ralph, even my boo thing Elizabeth. The game is so top heavy. One of my biggest problems right now with King of Fighters is that there's two. Everybody's playing the same teams for the most part. Terry, yeah, like it's there's literally like 6 characters that are busted as fuck, and that's mostly what you're gonna run into. So like, there's not much until they make the game more balanced around. Um, People just playing the same team comps. Maybe one character would change. You'll eventually run into like one person that has like a unique team. Like, oh, this is different, but it's literally every match is either Vanessa, Ralph, Elizabeth, Gato, Terry. Like, it's some combination of that 5. Like,
Okay.
literally, and it's like the fucking worst experience. But it's nice to have a King of Fighters that's good online.
Mm.
I get my favorite King of Fighters character this month, Geese. He comes out as DLC. I'm a big Geese Howard fan.
King of
Okay.
Fighter 2v2.
3v3,
Got you.
but 1v1v1. So you only got one character on the screen at the time. So yeah, it's super fun. I enjoy the game. The online is good. The matchmaking is broken though. It eventually gets to the point to where you can't find a match. You got to constantly search and stuff like that, especially on PC. So I need them to fix that because that kind of hurts the game right now. It's hard to play online because like you sit in queue for 5 to 10 minutes, but you look at the Steam current concurrent players list and there's thousands of people playing. It's like, why can't I get a match? So that's my biggest problem with the game right now. Just the matchmaking system busted. Did you have a chance to try DNF Duel? Do you know anything about that?
No, I haven't tried it yet.
Okay.
I've heard about it, but I haven't like that's another thing. Like, it's so many games.
Dude.
It's so many games. I feel like like for me personally, I think because of how you said you pick like the easy characters to learn,
Yeah.
for me, I just be like, I ran out of RAM. Like my brain cannot hold all of these combos. I gotta let something go. Like
Yeah.
I gotta delete something
Yeah.
because it'll get to a point where I'll try to learn as many fighting games as possible, but promise you this, there's going to be a level drop if you
Yeah.
want me to learn a certain game. Until
Yeah.
I can dive into it, understand you're sweat.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not even casually sweaty yet.
Yeah.
Where is your 10-year-old nephew? I can fight him. Like I can fight him. Let me work the way up. Like
Yeah.
this
That's
is
one thing
this
I
is
like about Guilty Gear.
Mhm.
The way they did the rank system and they pair you with people at a similar skill level, I feel like it's very accurate. Like, you're not going to end up playing like the good players can't come smurf on the weaker players. You have to fight other
Oh.
good players unless you go to like a casual match, right? But in
Mhm.
ranked itself, you can fight people of your skill level and you can clearly see your progression the way it's set up. Versus other fighting games, I feel like between rage quitting and terrible net code, it's just so much you have to deal with. But I understand your sentiment. Like, playing a lot of games at once, it's tough. I think fighting games, because I've been doing it for almost 10 years, juggling multiple fighting games, it's become
Mhm.
pretty easy to me to learn. And I watch so much. I think that's a big part of everything. Which Flash watches a lot of competitive too. Even when we're not playing, even if we're not actively playing a game, we're watching those games, so we at least know what the meta is, know what to look out for, know what to expect if we decide to jump back in. I think that's something that's very big. It's sort of like people that they acquire a skill but don't practice the skill. Like, yeah,
Mhm.
watching and learning, seeing how everything evolves is part of getting better. But yeah, you just gotta balance it and all of that. But I dive in and out, I dip in and out, and do all of that. So it's cool. Like I said, I think I'm at the point where I love competing. I just hate the state a lot of the games that I compete in are in. I hate the state Street Fighter. I think I'm just over Street Fighter 5, so I'm ready for Street Fighter 6. Tekken Online is so bad, I just refuse to play it.
That makes sense.
Guilty Gear, I hate the way the rank system is set up, but I love watching the game. It just like I said, it's just a lot of games. It's like it's tough. It's just either the online sucks or I hate the way the rank system is to like really grind it out. Because Guilty Gear is like once you get to Celestial, there's nothing to do but fight other Celestials, which that's cool and all, but I don't feel like I'm like working towards points or ranking or something like that. When I game, I like to feel like I'm working towards something. I like to
Like,
know I'm at a certain point.
like that's the ceiling, you know what I'm saying? And then after you hit that
Yeah,
ceiling, it's kind of like,
yeah.
let me ask y'all this: how long have both of y'all been playing competitively?
I
Flash.
started Black Ops 4.
Mm,
Um, I would do like back in the day it was clan matches. I think it was called clan matches back in the
Yeah.
day. Did a couple MLG things or
Mhm.
on their website and shit like that, but in the actual competitive scene where online and in person was Black Ops 4. That was a game that really took off Call of Duty for me. Before that was just a pub stomper talking shit to everybody.
Yeah.
I can see
But
that. I can
but
see
yeah, that was the game for me. So then Modern Warfare, the first one came out. I played one tournament and I was like, I don't love this no more,
Yeah.
Mm,
and I was just done.
Um,
okay.
Technically, me being a competitive gamer, 2010, my freshman year of college, I was competing in 2K tournaments.
Okay.
Because I could only work on the weekends. I was a broke college freshman. So the only option I had was to compete in 2K tournaments. And that's how I ate. That's how I afforded food in college. Like I played competitive 2K. Um, that's back when that was before like my player and all the other stuff. So you just had to play with teams. But a lot of the tournaments I entered, they did. You would have to random select 3 times and pick one of the teams out of the three you get to compete for your match.
I heard about that.
Yeah, so that kind of made it even. But one thing I did was I played with all the bad teams anyway, like on my spare time. So it didn't matter who I got, I could win. So I played competitive 2K up until 2012. Yeah, when I joined the military, and then
Mhm.
I stopped competing, and I started competing again in Mortal Kombat 10 when that game came out. That's what got me competing in fighting games, and then been competing ever since. I took a break, COVID. I'll play in a few online events here and there, but yeah, that's what got me competing. Mortal Kombat 10. Yeah,
Look, I love to hear it, man. You a whole vet out here,
something
Yes,
like
he
that.
is.
Yeah, man.
Literally
Some,
and
Yes, he
figuratively,
is.
yeah, something like that.
like
Yeah, man.
across the board.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Top was it top 200 Evo?
Something like that. Yeah,
Mm,
yeah,
See,
yeah,
look,
mm.
something like that.
what did you
Top
say
200 Evo.
earlier? What did you say earlier about everybody come on and be like, "Yeah, I'm not like that." You know what I'm saying? I ain't no celebrity.
Mm-hmm.
So you
Yeah,
can't
that's him.
say because Evo period is
Mm-hmm.
only bringing demanding top tier characters, top tier
Yeah,
players in general.
yeah,
Then
Mm-hmm.
top 200, that is
Top
a
200.
accomplishment, bro.
yeah.
Because
It was an accomplishment.
there are people who have been
Yeah,
competing maybe longer than you
yeah,
and have
Yep.
never went to top 200.
yeah.
How
They
many
just
people was in that tournament, Corey?
Uh, I got top 202 games.
How many thousand people?
Street Fighter was a few thousand. I think MK was like 1,200, something like that. Look, man, a lot of DQs, a lot of like,
nah, 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 nah,
a
nah,
lot of DQs.
nah, nah, nah,
It was,
nah.
I mean,
No way,
eh,
no. There
man,
wasn't 200 DQs.
nope,
I know,
shit.
I
Why I
know.
won't? Wow, I'll never
nope.
forget. What was it? Evo. It was the second year of Street Fighter or the first year. There was almost 6,000 entries for that game alone.
Mm,
Like, you want to talk about? I think that's my biggest problem with competing, the wait.
mm.
I prefer to like. I love to have all my games in one day, and so I can just be done. Versus have to like space it out. Like I think that was something I had really hated. It was like my first Evo for Mortal Kombat 10. I played 5 games that year. I think I played in 5, 6 different games. And I think that's also another thing. I play so many games, it's hard to like There's only two I ever really focus on: Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter. But I enter everything because I just love to compete. I love to play. Like it gets my juices going. So
Right.
like I played. I had pools at 9, 10, 11:30, 1 o'clock, 2:30, and 3 o'clock. So like
Oh,
I'm literally running station to station consistently. And like I think the hardest part was one, staying hydrated throughout that time. And also I was so hungry, dude. Like the lines for the food
yeah.
court and to get food and stuff. Oh my god, it was just like forever. So like yeah, that's the biggest thing. But yeah, top 200. It was a big accomplishment. I proved something to myself. I got my wristbands around somewhere. I don't know my I made it wristbands, but yeah, it was cool. It was dope. I didn't mind losing because I lost to really good players. I hate losing to people I feel like that are bad.
Oh, ain't nothing worse than be like, bro, I shouldn't have lost to you.
Yeah, like how am I?
Like,
How did I lose to you? You suck. Like
like I literally dropped the ball because there was no way you was
Yeah,
supposed to get that leg sweep. Like it's just like, bro, you just like, bro,
yeah.
I literally shot myself in the foot in this game. You
It's the
didn't
worst.
win.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah. That's how I felt playing against Luffy. I almost beat Luffy. I
mhm.
dropped my combo. I was so nervous. Like if you Ninja Deuce was there. He was right behind me while I was playing. And if you looked at my arcade stick, it was so glossy from all the sweat I was dripping because I was so nervous playing against him.
Mhm.
And then like I played what Kevo the man and MK. I wasn't nervous playing Kevo, but I think by that point I was so tired because I had just played Luffy, and that was my first time playing a world champion, like face to face, side by side, somebody that has made it to the top. Like Luffy is a Evo world champion, and
Mhm.
that was my first time playing in like that mental battle that takes place. Dude, when I say I got so tired like immediately after that match, I was drained. Like I just wanted to go to sleep. So like
It
I lost to
literally
Luffy. Dog, I had no mental stamina for my next match. I just got steamrolled. I got
yeah.
steamrolled. Like I couldn't play no more. Like my brain was mush. My brain was mush. I just remember Deuce grabbed me and like gave me a hug. He was like, "It's all good, bro. You played your ass off today." And I couldn't even think. Like I was so mentally tired from like that chess match. Cause you can attest like fighting games is literally a chess match. Not only are you fighting against the character you're playing against, you're mentally playing against the person that is right next to you or who was on the other side of the screen. And that is very taxing. I think I saw a stat. It said that arguably, what is it? The competitive genre that, what is it? Hold on 1 second. Let me think. Okay. Somebody that's playing competitive chess, they burn the same amount of calories from all the mental thinking that somebody that runs a marathon do. So put that in perspective. It's chess is so mental and you're thinking so hard, you're actually burning the amount of calories as if you just ran a marathon. So they did a study, and fighting games has the same calorie burn, like mental taxation, that chess players have. So when I put that in perspective, I was like, damn, that kind of makes sense why I was so tired. And
Yeah, you were literally exhausted.
yeah, yeah,
And there was a cap. You know what I'm
there
saying?
is.
Like, and if like you said, you had entered like 5 different games. So
Yeah.
you had to fight against these top tier competitors
Hmm.
and then go fight somebody else in another
Yeah,
game.
yeah, yeah. You
All
gotta,
while
yeah,
you just use all your mental energy on this game.
yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
just mentioned the food, so
yeah. You
you ain't even
starving?
hungry.
Like, dude, it's an event, but I love it, man. I love it. I wouldn't trade any tournament experience I ever had besides Red Bull. I went to a Red Bull event, and when I tell you that was the coldest venue in the world, it was so
Oh,
cold. It was so cold my controller wouldn't turn on. Like I had to like blow my controller to warm it up because it was so cold it wouldn't register in the console. Like that's how cold that venue was. Like people were leaving to go to the store to buy gloves and hoodies. And this is a tournament in the middle of the summer. No, it wasn't middle. No, it was end of the summer. It was like fall. So like yeah, it was super cold. Super cold there.
bro. And that is another thing about gaming competitively is you gotta warm up.
Dog,
If you
hand
enter
warmers.
cold, like, bro, your hands literally got to be at a certain temperature. I was doing tricks where I was like putting my arms
Uh-huh.
under
Yep.
my armpits and be
Yeah.
rocking it left and forth because if I play cold, there's literally a difference in my movement and hell, even the buttons I might select because my finger, for some reason, can't hit 4 or 3. It can
Yep.
only hit these 1s and 2s for some reason.
Mhm.
Yep.
It's something else,
You
man.
my thumb not working. Like, yeah, I'm cold. I'm cold.
Cold as shit. And you talking about you gotta go buy gloves.
Dog, that's how cold that was the coldest venue I've ever been in my life. Like, it was fucking brick. I remember walking up to Alice Valle because he ran the Red Bull event. I was like, dog, like, is there heat in this bitch? He was like, he literally said only for top players. So, so at this Red Bull event, if you were like a noted player, like one of them, they had a separate backstaging area that they can go chill in. Yeah. So like Punk, Smug, Snake Eyes, all the top Street Fighter, Daigo was there. Like all the top players, they had a back event. They had a back room. They had water, Red Bull, food, everything to go chilling. The peasants, my nigga, we had to sit in the venue freezing. like it was that cold.
Get
But
your own
speak-
snack.
Yeah, get your own snacks. Like, all right, fuck it. But we're gonna take a quick commercial break. We're gonna be right back with more of the interview with Roger. People, get your questions in the chat for us to ask Roger as well as Flash and myself, and we'll be right back.
The kickback. The kickback. Got some weed, bring it to the kickback. Got some drink, bring it to the kickback. Got some girls, bring them to the kickback. More niggas, now we don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need that. More niggas, we don't need that. Got some weed, bring it to the kickback. Got some drink, bring it to the kickback. Got some girls, bring them to the kickback. More niggas, now we don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need that. The kickback. This is for the kickback. For the girls in mini skirts that let me lift that. For my niggas with their hand in that red cup. And if your eyes ain't red, you ain't high enough. 1:45 and we still getting faded. Richmond 804, that's the city that made me. Shout out all the women back then that played me. Now my pockets all swollen, my attitude jaded. You never met a genius that the smart they call crazy. Swift place to try it, then you know I'm gon' blaze it. In the stew with the hot, and we whip it till it's Cajun. We serve it up right, cause you know we get it right. Tell me what you like. You can get it all tonight. Right after the kickback. You hear him screaming blitz back. You ahead and nigga get back. We got another one. Ain't no way to miss that. The kickback. Got some weed, bring it to the kickback. Got some drink, bring it to the kickback. Got some girls, bring them to the kickback. More niggas, now we don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need that. More niggas, we don't need that. Got some weed, bring it to the kickback. Got some drink, bring it to the kickback. Got some girls, bring them to the kickback. More niggas, now we don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need that. The kickback. I got the liquor, she brung her girls, I got my niggas, 216, just a click, she wanna ride it, she ain't twerking to the beat, let's whip get provided. Told her back back it up, don't hide it. If she gon' do it, then she gotta take pride in it. Roll it up, light it up, pass me the double cup. Sipping on that Bruce Leroy, smoking showing up. Said I'm on one, but I'm tryna be on two. Shooting for that tray ball, tell me what you tryna do. Niggas plotting on me cause I got that juice. Make them kiss that steel, yeah, I got them flutes. And I'ma tell y'all what you not gon' do. See, I'm super chill, but not my crew. With the mood is right, why you even wanna trip? Got the gold on my neck, 2 shoulders on my hip. And you can have the same if you grind like me. But I really doubt that you can rhyme like me, boy. The kickback. The kickback. Got some weed, bring it to the kickback. Got some drink, bring it to the kickback. Got some girls, bring them to the kickback. More niggas, nah, we don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need that. More niggas, we don't need that. Got some weed, bring it to the kickback. Got some drink, bring it to the kickback. Got some girls, bring them to the kickback. More niggas, nah, we don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need that. The kickback. This is for the kickback. For the girls in mini skirts that let me lift that. For my niggas with the hen in that red cup. And if your eyes ain't red, you ain't high enough. 1:45 and we still getting faded. Richmond 804, that's the city that made me. Shout out all the women back then that played me. Now my pockets all swollen, my attitude jaded. You never met a genius that the smart they call crazy. Swift place to try it, then you know I'm gon' blaze it. In the stew with the hot, and we whip it till it's Cajun. We serve it up right, cause you know we get it right. Tell me what you like. You can get it all tonight. Right after the kickback. You hear him screaming blitz bad. You a hater nigga, get back. We got another one, ain't no way to miss that. The kickback, got some weed, bring it to the kickback. Got some drink, bring it to the kickback. Got some girls, bring them to the kickback. More niggas, nah, we don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need that. More niggas, we don't need that. Got some weed, bring it to the kickback. Got some drink, bring it to the kickback. Got some girls, bring them to the kickback. More niggas, now we don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need that. The kickback. I got my niggas, 216, just a click, she wanna ride it, she ain't twerking to the beat, let's Swift get provided. Told her back it up, don't hide it. If she gon' do it, then she gotta take pride in it. Roll it up, light it up, pass me the double cup. Sipping on that Bruce Leroy, smoking showing up. Said I'm on one, but I'm tryna be on two. Shooting for that tray ball, tell me what you tryna do. Niggas plotting on me cause I got that juice. Make them kiss that steel, yeah, I got them flutes. And I'ma tell y'all what you not gon' do. See, I'm super chill, but not my crew. With the mood is right, why you even wanna trip? Got the gold on my neck, 2 shoulders on my hip. And you can have the same if you grind like me. But I really doubt that you can rhyme like me, boy. The kickback. The kickback. Got some weed, bring it to the kickback. Got some drink, bring it to the kickback. Got some girls, bring them to the kickback. More niggas, nah, we don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need that. More niggas, we don't need that. Got some weed, bring it to the kickback. Got some drink, bring it to the kickback. Got some girls, bring them to the kickback. More niggas, now we don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need that. The kickback. This is for the kickback. For the girls in mini skirts that let me lift that. For my niggas with the hen in that red cup. And if your eyes ain't red, you ain't high enough. 1:45 and we still getting faded. Richmond 804, that's the city that made me. Shout out all the women back then that played me. Now my pockets all swollen, my attitude jaded. You never met a genius that the smart they call crazy. Swift place to try it, then you know I'm gon' blaze it. In the stew with the hot, and we whip it till it's Cajun. We serve it up right, cause you know we get it right. Tell me what you like. You can get it all tonight. Right after the kickback. You hear him screaming blitz back. You ahead and nigga get back. We got another one. Ain't no way to miss that. The kickback. Got some weed, bring it to the kickback. Got some drink, bring it to the kickback. Got some girls, bring them to the kickback. More niggas, nah, we don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need that. More niggas, we don't need that. Got some weed, bring it to the kickback. Got some drink, bring it to the kickback. Got some girls, bring them to the kickback. More niggas, nah, we don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need that. The kickback. Girls, I got my niggas. 216, just to click you in the rider. She ain't twerking to the beat. Let's Swift get provided. Told her back it up, don't hide it. If she gon' do it, then she gotta take pride in it. Roll it up, light it up, pass me the double cup. Sipping on that Bruce Lee, Roy smoking showing up. Said I'm on one, but I'm trying to be on two. Shooting for that tray ball. Tell me what you trying to do. Niggas plotting on me cause I got that juice. Make them kiss that still, yeah, I got
It's like that go-to, you know?
The go-to.
That's the ones where I was like, okay, you could never, if you do, this is on you, but you can't mess these up technically.
Welcome back, everybody. We were just talking about wings, right? Roger said he finna get some lemon pepper wings. I'm not a fan of lemon pepper. How do chat Flash? What is y'all thoughts on lemon pepper? I think lemon pepper on like baked fish, I think is good. Or like if you like saute some fish, I think lemon pepper's cool. But like, don't give me no lemon pepper wings, dog. Like, there's so many other flavors you can give me wings. Like, I'm good. Dio Ashley comes in hot with a question right off the rip. Since you are a pirate, you're the pirate king. You run a cruise ship. What are your top 5 destinations your ship stops at?
So about those destinations, right? So currently I'm looking for a navigator because from what my crew say, I can't read a map. So we've arrived on occasional chatting island. We've arrived at I would say there's a FGC island over yonder. We do
I like that word yonder.
Yeah,
As a country fella, I love the word yonder, bro. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. But
it just adds that little what's it called? The little lemon on your drink. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
It just has
a little garnish.
Little garnish, you know what I'm saying? Little salt, little pepper, you know what I'm saying? As far as the other islands go, there's G14 classified DO. We can't really go into those islands because
the hoes. He's trying to go where the hoes at, DO. I think that's where he was alluding to. Can neither confirm nor deny.
DO, these are fun islands.
The black delegation would like to say that we can't confirm or deny.
The island of snoo is where you headed. I understand, bro.
What they say, the fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fifth. But
that's such a great show.
honestly, I'm a huge Dave Chappelle fan, and I heard about the latest special.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it myself to see what happened, but
Hmm.
I did enjoy his past work.
Yeah.
And just even the small features that he had in movies like Blue Streak,
Oh, hell
like
yeah.
Undercover Brother, like just
Mhm.
like those feature roles, like dude always like killed it.
Yeah.
Um but good content at the time. Like yeah, good some content.
Yeah. I watched Half
But I
Baked like 2 weeks ago at work, so I understand.
I forgot about Half
Half
Baked.
Baked, dog.
That's a titty.
This
People,
horse is a
yeah,
diabetic.
I
bruh,
got a date with Mary Jane. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, man.
it's a great movie.
So outside of gaming, we know you're a big fan of FGC, a lot of the single player content and stuff like that. What are some more about Roger that people may not know? Like, what are you into outside of like what we see here on Twitch?
Um, so the things, so there's like two things that I like to enjoy offside of Twitch. Um, One was probably one of the reasons why I even tried to throw like my own events was really enjoy art shows and fashion shows.
Okay.
Like to the lowest the key, like they were always shows that first off I got to see some of my friends were in these events.
Yeah.
They had their own design line, like they got to get their name out, and I got to participate in some way, shape, or form. But then the fashion shows in general, you just see a bunch of cool people just chilling, enjoying this different type of fashion you might not ever see again. Like a lot of these designs that these designers create be like a one and done type deal.
Yeah.
You won't catch, you might not even catch anybody wearing it on like a regular. It's just something that they thought was a good idea and put their heart into it and displayed it.
Mhm.
So
Exactly.
I enjoy when people put their like their creative mind to the test and do something out of the box you might not ever see.
Yeah.
Um, then the other side of it is I enjoy car shows. My family was a huge racing family at one point. My
Mhm.
uncle raced bikes, and his daughter and my cousins after them, they used to race too. They used to race bikes as well. And so I've always been a huge car fanatic. um Fast and Furious, Pimp My Ride, all that shit like spoke to me. Where I'm just like, bro, this is something that I would love to do. It's just an
Yeah.
expensive sport, to be honest with you. Because we all, get that one knock on wood, something happened to your car.
Man.
You get that face where you just like, I don't feel like dealing with this shit. I gotta go to the mechanic, get the appointment lined up. They might be booked. Then I gotta make sure that I get to work on time because you just can't say I can't come to work because I ain't got no car.
Yeah.
Then, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Hmm.
there's a whole process to it. Imagine your car always in the shop because you're putting this car to its limits
Yeah.
constantly. And when you test something to your limits, it's something's gonna break
All
eventually.
the time. Yeah.
And that's the one thing I enjoy just from a spectatorship, like just watching these guys or gals or everybody in between put their cars to the test, to put their skills to the test, because it is a skill. You just can't go out there
Yeah.
and think things are gonna be sweet in your automatic. If you better learn how to drive a manual, you better know which racetrack to be on.
Mhm.
Because if you go on the one where that's prepped, it's gonna rip everything to shreds. Like it's
Hmm.
just like those little details. And then I just enjoy car shows in general. Huge fan of lowriders.
Mhm.
The 64 Impala is like it's like that dream joint for me.
Yeah.
Right.
But I also a 69 Camaro. You talking about some GTs? We could talk about GTs. Like I can speak cars to a certain degree.
Yeah.
Because I'm not a mechanic or nothing like that, but that's something I enjoy when I'm not on content creation in general.
Hey, yo, dog, is S to the Z exhibit. So we heard you like fish tanks. So we put a fish tank in your steering wheel and you got to feed it by, you pour the food down. You pour the food by the cigarette lighter. Like, oh, okay. Hey, yo, dog, is S to the Z exhibit. We heard you like spinners. So we put spinners in your spinners. So when you spin this spinner, it spins the other spinner. Like, oh, okay. All right, cool. For sure, bro. Like,
that show was outlandish as fuck, man.
No, that show was great.
It really was. And then like growing like later on, because you never really find out about this stuff when it happened.
Yeah.
Later on, I found out like most of those cars weren't even functional.
Yep.
Like they was literally just display.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, ain't no way battery gonna give out on that shit, bro.
Yeah.
That's too much going on.
Yeah.
Come on, man. You putting fish tanks in there. You got a whole console in that shit. That battery gonna give out.
You got
It's
a
gonna
whole
drain.
movie theater in
Exactly.
the back that has its own popcorn in the console. Like all off of one battery?
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't worry. We put a whole concert in the back seat. We got you.
Drake is actually in the back waiting to perform.
With a monthly subscription of 30,000 a month.
Yeah. Like
oh my god, thank you so much.
Yeah, once I learned that when you sign up to do Pimp My Ride, that everything they put in the car, they have the right to take out right afterwards. Like you're literally just signing up for them to use your car as a display. That was like literally the only agreement was that I have a trash car. They will make it work. They will make my car work. That's literally was the agreement. Like anything else can be changed right after and all types of other stuff. So I thought that was actually, I was like, damn, that's kind of trash. But then again, I don't want a microwave in my trunk, dog. Like, please don't put a microwave in my trunk
at all. At all.
I'm gonna take a road trip.
I have Mini Coopers with them shits, bro.
Yeah.
Microwave taking up 95% of that car.
Yeah,
I'm good.
It never added up, and then I didn't know about the contract deal. Like that is a trash contract deal. Because at the very least, if you can keep the car, in my car, keep the car. Help me get another car. Like do something like that would be beneficial to me. Besides me being on the show, because do you remember any of the people that showed up on the show? Like
I don't.
Yes, I do.
Don't.
So
you do.
So the reason so growing up, I didn't have the internet, right? I didn't really have the internet, so like I hit like junior in high school. So something I actually learned that I paid attention to on TV, it was old boy from College Hill. I can't remember his name. He was on College Hill. He was on Pimp My Ride. He was on like 4 or 5 different reality shows back then. So when I learned that a lot of these people are just actors playing a part for the show, I was like, oh, this ain't even real. I was like, I know this dude got money because he was on College Hill for a whole season. They had to pay him something. There's no reason he should have went from College Hill to Pimp My Ride. Like he should at least had a decent working vehicle. But like,
Nigga Ride needed to be pimped, bro.
He was on College Hill, the one for when they went to the islands. What is it? College Hill St. Thomas or whatever that shit was?
I think it was St. Thomas.
Yeah, whatever that one was, he was on that. JT, that was his name. JT from College Hill. He was on that. He was on Hell Date. He was on Pimp My Ride. He was on like 4 or 5 different shows. And I was like,
I was racking them shits up, bro.
Dog. I was like, what? How is he on all this? Like, these aren't even real people. Like, so yeah, that was it. But since you're a big car guy, you mentioned a lot of the old joints you like. What's some of your favorite cars? Like your newer ones? Like, does Roger have a dream car that's not a 64 Impala? You too, Flash.
I'll let Fire King go first. I know mine.
Honestly, I would say the Nissan GTR, low key.
Okay.
That would be like, if you're talking dream cars, like out of cars that I look at as like out of my range, out of my budget, the Nissan GTR is something I will definitely love.
Batmobile for me.
All right, actual cars you can purchase from a dealership. Batmobile.
Yep.
Why the
One of the McLarens look like a Batmobile. I don't remember which one it is.
So
but
McLaren, gotcha.
I don't want that though. I want to be able to run people off the road.
You want to hit ejecto seat and then wave your cape and fly into a car
Yeah.
fight.
Hell yeah.
I can't argue this judgment though, because like, who wouldn't want any of the versions of Batmobile? Like Loki, from the newest to the
I'm not
oldest.
a fan of the Batmobile, dog. That shit look mad claustrophobic. I'm good.
It is a long ass fucking car with a small
little ass
interior.
cockpit, dog. Like, what I'm gonna do in this bitch? Like, I feel very tight and stiff. My dream, my dream Audi R8. That's my dream car.
Okay.
Yeah, give me an R8. Yeah, look, I would. The way I stunt on people would be literally insane. I will purposely stunt on people to like an extreme level, just to be like, yes, like I want a Pepsi Blue. So I already know it. I want Pepsi Blue outside. I want like a cream interior or like black race stripe. Like I want the crazy R8 like experience. That's my shit right there.
Like literally every stream you'll start from in your car, like hopping out of it. Hey, what's up? You know what I'm saying? We Corey back in this thing. Oh,
You ever watch wrestling?
yeah.
Like back in the
That's
day?
my
All right.
intro.
So you remember so check it. If you ever watched WCW, remember how they would knock on Goldberg door and the cops would escort him to the ring? That would be me every stream. Y'all would see somebody open my car door and watch me get escorted to walk in here and flip the switch so you can see me sitting at the desk. Like, I need a theme song playing and all that shit. Like, that's me. I want to think. That's it.
Listen, I mean, that could be like your stream intro video. You know what I'm saying? Like you hit the dealership. You say, hey, I want to test drive something real quick. Have someone there with the recorder, you know what I'm saying? And just makes a quick, ooze. I'll be like, yo, bro, just step back. You can't be in the camera. And go about it like that.
Nah. I need to be for real. I need to pull up. Yeah, I need
to do like Dave Chappelle did.
We eating dinosaur meat, the rarest, Lake Minnetonka. Like
exactly.
Yeah,
so now that I think about it, Corey, what would be your theme song though? Like when
song?
you pulling out the car, you know what I'm saying? You got the camera all up on you until you go in there, you sit at the desk and stuff like that. What would be the theme song you coming down to the desk?
High key, it might gotta be 50 Cent, I'm the Man. Like that might gotta be the theme song to play when I get out the whip. Cause like I can just see it now in the video, right? Start at the rim. So you can see the rim just come up. Came in the world crying and fussing. Nigga, we ain't had nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Then like when they open the door, like, bitch, I'm the man. Yeah. Oh, I'm the man. You just see me get out the car, in my blazer jacket. You know what I'm saying? Like that might gotta be it.
You gotta be the one to start it, bro.
Yeah.
Gonna start a whole new trend on Twitch.
He is. Theme songs to open up your damn your stream. You gotta do that shit, bro.
Hey, man. Came in the world crying and fussing. Nigga, we ain't have nothing. Every ghetto I know the same. Just trying to make a little change. Like, yes, sir. Out here. Like, what's good, y'all? We broke. We was broke, I say.
So, Roger, what would be yours now that I think about it? Like, if you could have a theme song to open up your stream, what would it be?
Honestly, so it could be like potentially two songs because they both like right there with it, right? One of my favorite artists is Currency.
Okay.
Yeah. It would be Airborne Aquarium from
Currency. God damn it, you my man, Roger. You my man.
Look, bro, hey man, the proof is everything Currency do is just right there. Like you see the work ethic, you see where that man came from to where he is today. I absolutely love seeing that transformation. Then there's another artist named Larry June.
Okay, I know about Larry June.
There's a song called Bigger Risk that just speaks everything I want to like get into this year. Just taking more chances on stuff. and just seeing how things play out, but also making sure that it's calculated because it's sometimes it doesn't really come down to it's more important to make the right moves in the right direction than just making moves and just seeing what works. So
Yeah.
it that those two songs will be one of my theme songs.
He
Easy.
said good times of the Jeffersons. And that's kind of godlike, high key. That's kind of godlike.
Low key, like I ain't even.
If I had to
would've
pick a
never
TV
picked
show
that.
theme song, you know what I'm picking? The Apollo. The Apollo theme song is goated. And I don't care what nobody said. Like, if you ever go listen to It's Showtime. Hey. Yo, that shit is godlike, dog. That shit is hard. Like, yeah, give me the Apollo theme. What you coming out to, Flash? What's your theme song?
It's an old school J Mill song. And I'm just gonna loop the hook the entire time. So
Do it
the
in the
hook
car?
says, "No, I mean the I don't think the song is really that good, but this is when J Mills first came out in Young Money, and he had a mixtape song, and the hook was, "Yes, I am the motherfucking man, and I got the right to feel like that."
Oh, yeah, that's all you need right there.
Bruh, I'm just gonna loop that the entire
I'm
time,
with it.
and I'm gonna walk slow as fuck to my desk. Might be a 10-minute walk, who knows? But I'm gonna walk slow as hell to the desk. That's my shit right there.
I had
Y'all
a
ever-
slow mo just on.
Y'all ever practice walking in slow motion in case y'all have a
Bro,
moment where you might have to?
Hell yeah, especially back in back in the day, the music videos, all that shit was in slow mo. Everyone wanted to be in a music video back in the day, bro.
Oh man! All right, so
real.
Roger, you are an FGC fan, so you know about Combo Breaker. I'm sorry, you know about CEO. So you know the lore of CEO. Make top 8, you get to walk to the ring, get in the ring. I know you have thought about if you ever made top 8 as CEO. How are you walking to the ring, and what are you doing in the ring? Have you given that some thought?
So if I was to walk, if I had like a particular walk that I would do, it might come back to wrestling to how Mr. McMahon used to walk down the aisle.
It's the most arrogant ass walk too, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, because I made top 8. What there's literally like I don't even care if I win or not. Like top 8 is a trophy in itself. You tell me I gotta walk, yeah, I'm walking like Mr. McMahon.
Yeah.
Easily.
I'm walking like Randy Orton, bro. Give me the old school Evolution theme song. I'm gonna stand on the ring and throw my arms up like this, like that's it, bro. Like I'm coming out with the full Randy Orton theme, dog. I might even have on the tidy whities too. Fuck it, dog. The tidy whities with the go full heel, dog. I'm going full heel. Oh,
Hey, practice your RKOs and everything.
Oh yeah, somebody's getting RKO'd on stage. Point blank. Period. There's no way I don't walk out like Randy and not RKO somebody.
Not me, I'm walking out like D'Lo Brown from WWE. That's the most arrogant walk I've ever seen in my life.
Dog, I thought he was gonna break his neck every time he walked. Like, I'm like, what is he doing?
That's the most arrogant walk I've ever seen in my life, man.
Like he had to stretch his shoulders and neck before he like walked, cause there ain't no way. It required too much energy to walk like that.
Yeah. Like, how you make that type of walk to the ring and then you still gotta wrestle? I'd be tired as fuck, dog. That nigga just snapping his neck left and right. Like, okay, all right, you got it.
Bro,
Nigga said he the baddest bitch, bro, and he know it.
Hey, more power to him. We approaching halfway through the year. Like this year is kind of flying by. It doesn't feel like May. It feels like we're like just hitting March, but it's literally May 7th, right? So we're halfway through the year. What does the rest of the year kind of look like for Roger? Like, you have any goals or accomplishments or anything specific you got lined up for the year you want to get done?
Yeah, there's a couple things. I like long-term goals. I only have 2 so far.
Okay.
And the rest I might be kind of winging it because in my experience so far, content creation is just a lot of winging and just, you know what I'm saying, just being in that right position to make something shake. So I'm trying not to like have like a whole structure because as I mentioned earlier, I had a whole plan for an GC stuff and
Yeah.
fuck it. The two things that I was gonna do, went out the window. So one of the goals is to hit 2K followers this year.
Okay.
I'm feeling much better because I just came off a 2-month break from
Mhm.
streaming. So I'm feeling much better about the rest of the year and how things are going to play out. And then the second goal is to hit 5 sponsorships. Right
Okay.
now,
Nice.
5 sponsorships or partnerships.
Okay.
Right now, we're a part of a partnership with a company called Taryn Made, a Black woman-owned candle company. And I really do get the chance to like talk about how dope this person is and how I believe in their products and stuff like that. And I want to keep that type of vibe going.
Mhm.
So I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be tough because you know what I'm saying. With sponsorships and partnerships, there's always uh, difficulties with even trying to figure out which company lines up with your beliefs, and
Yeah.
then just going through from there. But those are the two major goals from this year. Besides that, just continuing to build a like a legit community that watches out for each other and looks out for each other and
Hmm.
want to build bonds with each other.
Yeah.
Um and that's one of like the permanent goals because that's always going to be an ongoing thing whether
Right.
I'm streaming or not. I want to build the community. But those are some of the goals I'm trying to do.
Okay.
What,
Um.
what about y'all for this year?
Yeah, bro. You know what I'm saying. Keep being black for one. Can't lose sight of that. Two, keep fucking all year. Going crazy.
Right,
Keep
right, right,
fucking. You
right,
know what I'm saying.
right.
Gotta drop this dick off all year. You know the vibe. But seriously, man, just keep. I honestly, I'm at a point with content creation where it's like I ain't gonna say I feel lost, or complacent, but
Mhm.
I'm kind of just floating right now, floating, just saying, I'm just gonna keep doing what I've been doing. I think my biggest thing right now is I personally want to get better at being a host for like these CWC events. When we have these guests on and stuff, like get better with question asking, get better with um, learning more about our guests. Uh, you know, um, equally not trying to like overpower Flash and stuff like that. Like I think a lot about this. Esquire can tell you guys. Like I think and I actually try like she had texted me. She's like, "What you doing?" I was like, "I'm doing research on Roger." She's like, "Wait, what?" I was like, "Yeah." Like I tell people, I literally like look up our guests. I try to learn about them. I try to see what I can ask them about and all that. So I really want to get really good with this. I feel like this is kind of like my second niche lane that I can like take somewhere to make into a bigger thing. So this is kind of like outside of just the normal streams. This is kind of like my baby, you know.
Nah, I felt that. What about you, Flash?
Cool. That's it.
I heard that.
I ain't focusing on nothing else. Whatever happens, happens. Yeah, we gotta get this money, bro.
That paper need to float.
Shit gotta change. So
Yeah,
it's straight school is the focus for me. I've put a lot to the side for this, and I'm just gonna have to go with that. It's just school.
yeah. You mentioned taking a two-month break, Roger. Somebody, your work, you're not you're a full-time creator while working full-time and having a full-time normal life and stuff like that. How has that balance and that juggle been for you over these last 2 years as you continue on?
Honestly, it's been extremely tough. Like honestly, I could say it's been harder to balance this out than it was to balance like sports with school.
Mm-hmm.
Because at least sports there was a system to it. Like, you get off out of your class at 2:30, you show up to practice at 3:30. You got to warm up, you got to get your equipment, make sure all of that's straight. If not, you go talk to the trainer or was, the whole nine. But with content creation, there's literally no rule to this for real, for real. You see it in all the different content creators that have made it big. some of them have made it big off of doing stuff that they absolutely don't want to do, or something that they just got known for. Me is just trying to figure out what works for me and what works for my community. I try to always keep like those two aspects when it comes to the partnerships, the sponsorships, the content creation that I want to make, but also the content that they might enjoy.
Yeah.
And then again, there's no rules. Yeah, there are random thoughts where I'm like, yo, if I open the OnlyFans, how many people would like, like how many people would actually check it out? Like, there are
Yeah.
no rules to this shit.
Yeah.
There's literally you can take it as extreme as you want to, or you can make it as chill as you want to. There's no cap on either side. And you see good examples of the extreme, and you see bad examples of the extreme. Um, just trying to figure out what works for me. The hardest part was just trying to balance my work schedule and then my content creation, but then also building the community, which I feel like building up a Discord and building up a community, I feel like it's harder than streaming. Like streaming, I could
Yeah.
at this point in my career, I can get up. I don't feel like really anxious when I turn the camera on and all that good stuff no more. So it'll be a lot easier. But the the community building is a step further because
Yeah.
Mhm.
you want people to invest in you, but you're not investing in them. You're not getting to know them. You're not seeing what they like to do or what they like to play. Like that's been the hardest part is trying to figure out how I could be more interactive Discord and community
Yeah.
wise. Um the what have I figured out so far is that I might have been doing too much in like the past year where I was consistently, no matter what, like last year, I probably missed, we had this thing called Sunday Night SmackDown, and
Mhm.
I probably
Mhm.
missed like 3 Sundays out of the year, like
That's
no
that's
exaggeration.
49 Sundays, dog. That's a lot.
And I'm saying missed holidays, missed birthdays, missed all that good stuff. Where in reality, I was draining myself. So I probably should have taken a Sunday or two off just because, like just because. Just take a break just because
Yeah.
that break can also give you time to relax, give you time to maybe an idea to pop up. You just
Yeah.
on go all the time. You ain't really thinking. So the break gave me a chance to get a rhythm with work,
Mhm.
trying to figure out what I can do at work and what I can't do with the job,
Yeah.
and be able to like fully vest myself in it. And now I can kind of get a better balance of the two, where I'm literally not doing too much,
Yeah.
but I'm also not neglecting my community or streaming in general.
Yeah.
Um, so far.
Yeah. That's the content creator struggle, right? Is
Mhm.
you delegate your time accordingly. I have to stream during this time. I have my regular job during this time. If you're not full time, I got this time with this person, this time with this person. I have all this right to where if one thing gets added, it throws everything else out of whack. Like it literally does. So constantly trying to find that balance. And I think as content creators that are, I mean, we're full time, right? It's just not our bread and butter job. It's not what pays the bills.
Mhm.
One thing we have to do is we have to be, and I think our communities for the most part are pretty good with this, right? Have to be a little more lenient on ourselves on when we need a rest and when we need to take a day or two or even a week off, right? Like making sure you properly space your time and you have your mental health days where it is just to you, or you do something else in game and Discord, or you know, you want to just hang out in other friends' streams, or if you just want to go touch grass and be outside, I think
Mhm.
finding that balance with that is really what's super important. And that's something I've worked on a lot this year by not stressing myself out. Is if I don't feel like streaming, I ain't gonna stream. I'm not gonna kill myself to do it. Because I don't want to like weaken my content. Like if I go live and don't really feel like it, it's gonna be a trash stream, you know. So I think that's what it's all about. We actually got a question from the chat. What is the most rewarding thing about content creation for us? I'll
Mm,
let you go. Let you go, Raj.
hmm, That's a that's a good question. Honestly, the most rewarding thing about content creation has been just seeing just seeing the reactions, because there are times where, we all get to that point where we don't know how this video, or how this cosplay, or how this makeup idea, or this
Hmm.
and that will actually work. And there are times where there's a bust with it, where you just think this was really good and it wasn't, or there's times where you just feel like, yo, this wasn't my best, but it went viral. Like,
Hmm.
so just seeing the reactions, and and just just seeing the reactions, and learning how to take the reactions in, because not all of them are going to be positive, but it's going to be at least honest to a certain degree, and I take that in with full strides. Um, but also just being able to create something that I can say was from, like, my personality. Like, this idea might have been better if someone else made it, but you won't
Hmm.
see it how I did it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
Yeah.
get to show my personality in my content is pretty rewarding.
Yeah. What about you, Flash?
Um, I think more or less mine is the fact that I didn't expect people to watch me, or not. I'm sorry, my girl's loud in the background. I didn't expect people to want to be around and see me do certain things in gaming and things of that nature. I didn't expect any of it. So the fact of seeing people actually do it is kind of, it's kind of mind-boggling, to be honest with you. Like I didn't expect any of this. I didn't expect to have a community. I didn't expect to gain relationships with any of these people. I didn't expect none of it, and the fact that it happened is just rewarding for me.
Yeah. Rewarding. I think for me, the most rewarding thing is, um, everybody has their. How can I put this? There are some people that are pretending on social media or gaming or whatever they're doing, right? That is, it's an act for them. It's a character. It's not who they are. I think for me, it's being able to actively have a. I've been able to express myself and be who I am and seeing success with it. I think that's what been the most rewarding thing. And also just seeing an idea you have grow into something or become something and be successful, whatever success looks like to the individual. Those two are the most rewarding things to me. Like this, for example, cocktails is seeing this, is seeing what it's become, and we're approaching the 1 year anniversary that we've been doing this. So just seeing that, it's like, damn, we've really been at this for a year, like almost a full year of doing shows somewhat consistently. We took breaks when we had to, and but of having guests, and the guests we've had on, from whether you want to call them growing streamers or even larger streamers, to having representation for all types of different backgrounds, games, media, platforms, and stuff. It's just been very rewarding, and like Flash say, fostering different relationships, making connections, uh, to the point, as people that even if Twitch was to go away, I'm still cool with them offside of Twitch. Like, you got my number, we can meet up, hang out, all the other dope stuff. Very rewarding, very very rewarding. Um, with that though, uh, have y'all had any? I'll probably say, what's been your biggest obstacle with content creation? Like, I'll share mine's quickly. Mine's has been to how to still be myself and differentiate myself from my peers, because we are peers. Everybody's, when you're a content creator, you end up becoming friends with other content creators. So you hang out on their streams or see their YouTube videos or TikToks, and it's like you try your hardest. How can I do something similar, especially when you see someone with success? How can I do it similar or better without jocking or being like them? Like that's always been my biggest obstacle with this.
Mm. I think
Oh, oh, you can go ahead.
I think my biggest obstacle has been tech. And learning these different types of softwares and stuff like that. It's a lot of information to like take in. And I can't say I've been a tech savvy person. So the great thing is that I've had people who help me, but
Mhm.
they can only help me so much. I need to learn how to use this type of software, even if I'm
Yeah.
not the best at it. I still need to learn this because if I want to be able to have a conversation, well, let's say I want to hire an editor, I don't want to make it sound like they just speak in Spanish and all I heard was yo.
Yeah.
Like all I heard was yo soy. Like that's all I heard. I want to be at least be able to have a conversation with them to actually be able to transfer my thoughts and articulate my thoughts to them on what I want made. And then just trying to figure out the software lingo in general, you just enter into a whole different world. And I never thought I would be in this world. So just learning my tech and trying to figure out my style of doing things or my editing style or what works for me tech wise has been my
Yeah.
biggest challenge.
That's not bad. I think mine's might be consistency.
Mm,
It's very much consistency with me. I just like you said, Corey. It'd be times where I be yeah, I enjoy streaming. I want to stream, and then there'd be times where imposter syndrome kick in, and my only way to combat that is to be antisocial until I get myself together.
Yeah.
So it's more me being consistent. That's like the holdup with me. Outside of that is, I mean, if you got the not necessarily if you got people behind you, that makes things a lot easier and a lot better with the streaming. But yeah, it's just pretty much imposter syndrome and consistency with me.
Yeah. Um.
Because that mental battle is different.
Hmm.
That mental battle is different. And
Yeah.
no one can they can tell you everything in the world, but you have to come through and figure that part out. That's
Exactly.
that's tough.
Exactly.
I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah. Yeah, that the mental battle of streaming, I think for me, the biggest thing is a lot of the games I play are online based, right? Like when I'm streaming a single player game or something, like when I went through my Elden Ring phase and I was streaming Elden Ring like almost every day, that was easy. It's it's juggling the inner side of me, right? That is, am I trying to create content or am I trying to compete and get good at a game? And
Mhm.
I find myself being tunnel vision. Like I notice I haven't looked at chat in 5, 6, 7 minutes, right? So I have missed a question, maybe missed a follow or something like that. Like that balance there, that mental balance for me is very tough because it's like you want to do good in everything, but it's hard to be good at everything. There's always gonna be something you're lacking in. So accepting your shortcomings and just continuing to work on them is always something I necessarily struggle with. Like now, something I've been in a learning realm of is applying for sponsorships and partnerships and how to fill out these applications, what companies are looking for, what data do I need, how to like that part there has been like recently has been like the struggle for me. Like I applied for this sponsorship, and the questions they asked, I was like, dude, if I didn't have Esquire, I was like lost. Like she helped me piece the shit together to make it make some sense. I was like, dude, I don't know what they're asking for. Like, I wrote something out and it was like so bad. Like, she helped me correct. Like, just being able to have that. So that is like that struggle part. Just so many different a- facets of it. If you want to do more than just turn on stream and just be there, when you have goals, you have aspirations, you have milestones you want to reach, that's when it gets hard. When you're not trying to do anything with it, man, that shit's easy as hell. Like, which brings to the next question is what are some of the misconceptions we had about content creation or streaming?
Actually, okay. One of y'all go. I'm a think on this one.
I mean, I don't mind going first.
Go ahead, Flash.
I think one of the misconceptions, for me, because seeing the people when I first started streaming who really, really got me into it made it look so fucking easy. That was one of the big misconceptions for me as well, and also put it on the show. And by that I mean, so when I met my significant other, like, I mean, we was cool and everything before actually getting together, but when we first started to get to know each other, it was more or less like you're not the person on stream. Like, and I understand that because streaming is like mentally taxing. Like Corey said, you just haven't watched, you haven't really looked at chat that long because you're trying to focus on putting out a good product what people actually like to see, look at, be a part of, things of that nature. And the big misconception that I learned a long time ago is that it's not easy and that it is very mentally taxing to want to appease and please everyone who comes to your stream to try to get that view that will continuously come back. Because we don't know if they're going to come back or not. The most we can do is hope that they like what you put out so much and they've gained some type of rapport with not only you, but the people in your chat, your mods, how nice everyone are, like the whole package. That's like the big misconception. It's not easy at all. I tell people that all the time. That is not easy. And another big misconception, do what the fuck you want to do. Don't let anyone tell you this is how you do this. I know Ninja put out a whole fucking video recently on how to gain viewers and stuff. You just be yourself. Don't try to be no one that you're not, because people are gonna see through that shit and they're gonna see through it early. That's it for me.
That video.
I didn't even know he put out one. I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
He did, and
it was a whole class, bro.
It's a whole class, and you know what? We gonna come back. I'm gonna come back to that.
A whole class, bro.
A whole class, and it was so many different tips he said where I'm just sitting. I'm like,
I don't know, buddy.
I don't know about that one, bro. I don't think you follow some of these rules. Like,
this might work for a white streamer, but as black creators, we might not be able to get away with this one. Yeah.
I think the thing that fooled me about streaming was because when I first started coming, like even just watching streamers, the first thing I did was look up black streamers on YouTube. And the Black Hokage had a list of different streamers that he had. He had about 10 different streamers on his list. And I watched all of them because they were ambassadors and partners, but at the time I didn't know what that was. So I'm thinking like they just going about, they just stream and they just go about it like this. It's a lot of work. And a lot of that work you won't get paid for.
Yeah.
Like you really have to, it's more than just streaming if you want to take it to that level. Streaming is fun. If you just streaming, oh, it's a fucking blast. Yeah. But like you said, you start adding goals, you start building a community of people behind you and adding all the other aspects that come with it. It is a lot of work. You may watch a stream and just think it looks easy, but you don't know that person's overlay is triggered by a certain amount of subs that come through, and he has to use this certain bot that will transfer this information over to this information, and then that will trigger another bot that that would
Mhm.
work over here, and it's a lot of work, um, and to get to those top spots, if you have partner in mind, if you have ambassador in mind, and you want to be a YouTube partner, Facebook, all that other good stuff, it's it's going to take a lot of work, but you had to, a part of your mind has to understand that you might not make it there.
Exactly.
Would you be
Yeah.
all right with not making it to partner? That's gonna really define whether you even hit it or not.
Mm-hmm.
So to answer the question, it's a lot of work, and I wasn't expecting all this work um to be there, especially when you upgrade your tech. Like
Man, yeah,
console streaming by itself, you just hit the button.
yeah.
You just hit the button. Everything else, your console and Twitch will take care of. But when you want to go to that next level, it is different.
Dual PC setups and mixers and software, make sure everything runs properly. Just it's always something. Yeah.
It is always something, and a part of you gotta be okay with stuff not working to a certain degree. Like it's gonna be like, hey, my mic just don't want to work today. It decided today. It was working yesterday
It
just
be
fine.
like that.
You know, Discord was
Yeah.
actually cool last week, but not working today.
Yeah.
Separating the audio sources, like Rock said.
Yeah.
I still haven't even gotten. I don't even want to try that, bro. I don't
I-
even want to try it. I'm not even gonna waste my energy on that.
All my desktop audio is is the same. So
Yeah.
Discord come through desktop audio.
Exactly.
Music come through desktop.
Exactly.
Everything,
See,
like-
we right here with it. We right here with it because I be damn, bro.
bro, because even just trying to figure that language out can be a lot.
Man. For me, because I want to give a different answer, I'll probably say numero uno is, man, just because you make a relationship today don't mean it's gonna last. I'm one of those people. I've been friends with the same people since like elementary school. Like in real life, I don't lose too many friends. I don't, like it's real life. Like, once we cool forever unless some real shit comes between us or something gotta break up. Versus this content creation thing, man, there's so many people I became cool with that, man, I even speak to no more. I don't stop by their streams no more. They don't stop by mine and stuff like. You don't know what happens or what the reason is, but maintaining and fostering those relationships are a little bit. Or that's something I didn't think, because like it says, I try to tell people like, yo, my real life was popping off of, I said pre-COVID, my real life was popping. Like this stream shit was some other shit. Like real life is
Outside.
lit. Yeah, real life is lit. I'm Gucci over here. Like stream shit was extra. Then it was like you in the pandemic, so this is really all you kind of have for the most part. Meeting people and all types of other stuff, and it's so different. It was a different battle to have to come across. So that one, just knowing how to navigate relationships and being cool with people, and you ask this person for advice or help with something, and you know one thing I struggled with was I want to ask this person for help or advice, but I have nothing to offer in return. It's like you always try to think of like, how can I help this person too? If I'm, what am I bringing to the table that this person, but as I learned from dealing with Flash, and especially a big part has been getting these guests for CWC. There's been a lot of people, if you meet a genuine person, they don't want nothing in return. They'll do it because they want to, in the case may be, and they understand that, hey, if they need something from you, it could come around. But if they never need something around for you, they got your support, or vice versa. So that's what it is. Like I think about all the guests we have up here. We all stream around this. Outside of Flash is the only morning streamer. For real, for real.
And Allie.
Yeah, and Allie. Everybody else, they stream at night. So it's kind of hard if I got Roger here, right? Roger finna go live. I'm finna go live. We got fucking Leah finna go live late night. Or we got Herc or Slick decide they want to pop up and stream tonight. You know what I'm saying? Or Real Mama Eagles doing a draft party tonight for like we have all these guests. It's like there's no way you could be everywhere and support everyone, right? But when you got honest and real people with you that rock with you, y'all build like legit relationships, everybody understands. Especially when your friends are also content creators. Like Flash streams in the morning. That nigga know I'm in the office. I may not be able to pop up every time. I stream at night. I know Flash works at night. Nigga may not even pop up or show up. I don't care. Cause if I need him, I just gotta shoot the text message. Hey bro, I need you for this real quick. All right, cool. What we got? You know what I'm saying? Same thing with Rogers. Like, man, Roger is one of the people, like, I'm a big lurker. I don't talk a lot because a lot of times when I'm in streams, not off cam, I'm doing other shit. So I may not be talking, but I'm paying attention. So Roger's somebody I'm like, I'm in your streams a lot. I'm seeing what you're doing. I may not be able to talk often, but like I be there and like say stuff. So it's like I reach out to him like, man, like I ain't spoke to Roger in maybe like 2 months personally direct. So I don't know how he gonna feel about this, but then you say yes, it's like, all right, cool, bet. We live, we lit. You know what I'm saying? It's simple stuff like that, man. That stuff
bro,
is like, it's so dope.
bro, that shit was easy. I was like, what? Excuse me? Huh? Like, you want who? Me? Yeah, easy. Cool.
Yeah.
Where I gotta be? What time I gotta be there? Like, like, cause bro, I look at like stuff like this is like a huge honor because you didn't have to ask me.
Oh,
like,
man,
you know what I'm saying?
That's
Like,
an honor.
like, bro, bro. Yeah. Listen, y'all not just inviting anybody, you know what I'm saying? Because then everybody would be cocktail. You know what I'm saying? So I look at that as an honor. There are a ton of content creators I see as better than me that you could have asked, but you asked me like to be part of this as far as, and then part of the lineup is people that just get that's been on this show, that's been on this show. What? Bro, I told you earlier, I went to Total Wine to find ingredients for a cocktail, not even knowing if you even require cocktails. Like, you could have been like, you could have just brought a bottle of water, you would have been fine. No.
All right. So fun fact, after the first episode with me and Flash, I didn't drink for like the next like 4 or 5 episodes. I was very sick. I got very sick and I couldn't have alcohol. So we drank straight water. It was no real alcohol drunk on the show. It was nothing. So I even thought about rebranding, changing the name of the show to something else. Water with Corey. Fuck it. This is water time. Like I don't fucking, like I wasn't drinking. So it's like, even now it's rare I actually have a drink, but I was like, man, Roger said he finna go get him a bottle or something. I think Esquire had told me. I was like, all right, let me go ahead and make sure I got me a little something over here. Roger gonna pull over the drink. I'm gonna make sure I have some. I know Flash not a drinker, so I'm like, you know, he gonna have his water on deck. He the DD.
Yeah. Cause like I was like, man, this is an honor, bro. I just can't bring my regular stuff that I bring. I need to make like a drink. I need to have some flashcards and they ask some questions. What country is this drink? This is the national drink of this drink. Where is this? I'm like, Bermuda. I gotta make sure I got my answers and shit right. I don't know what's gonna happen.
Oh man, I think I think the craziest thing with doing this show has been people have a lot of the guests we've seen. Like I said, I stream the same time my other friends stream, so they may not catch an episode, or the ones they've seen, they maybe seen 1 or 2, right? So we ask them to be on the show, and then they're like, "Oh shit, all right, how does this go? I guess they assume, how is my episode going to go? How is mine's going to be? Are they going to like treat me different than they treat previous guests? Are they going to try to like, I remember when we tried to get Allie on the show, Allie was like, I don't know, because you and Fly just going to bully me the whole time. And we was like, we're not finna bully you. Like, come on. Like, we ain't going to bully you.
And come to find out, she was bullying us.
Yeah, she bullied us. But then, you know, she almost shed a few tears from the praise we gave her from being so amazing as she is. So, you know what I'm saying? It just, I don't want people to think, I guess this is also, nobody's ever asked us to be on the show. I guess people just assume we would ask people. If anybody wants to come, just ask. Like, it's a conversation me and Flash will have to have, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, we would like to know stuff, but we ask people all the time, who do y'all want to see? We'll try to get them. Like, we'll try to get them. You know what I'm saying? Is it a woman? Is it a man? Is it a robot y'all want to show? I don't fucking know. Like, we would try.
You doing that robot by yourself. I don't want no
Yeah.
parts of that one.
Yeah, we try to get Bender on the
Bro.
show.
Come on now. I know you've been seeing the robots on Twitter walking
Bruh.
dogs and shit like
Ex-
that. Like,
Yes. And you also seen where Facebook had to shut down 2 of their robots because they was communicating in a language that no one fucking knew.
Yep.
I don't want no parts of a robot. That's Skynet.
Yeah.
I did not hear that.
You trying to get this stream
Yeah,
shut
Google
down,
it.
sir?
Look it up.
Not shut down, bro. Look, if it's on the internet, we could talk about it.
Yeah, look it up. They had to shut the robots down for it. But they was communicating in a language. They had rewritten the language and was only communicating to each other with it.
You know what? See, on that note, because you forgot, I be on Twitter a lot. I got a tweet on my phone now. Elon Musk finna get us the fuck out of here. So check it. There's a question from the chat. What is the biggest advice you can give as a content creator? I want y'all to think on it. We're gonna take our last commercial break, come out with the closing part of the show. So think about that. What's your biggest advice? Is a question we get pretty often, but I would love to hear BGR answer. So we're gonna take this break, and we're gonna be right back with the end of BGR's episode of CWC with me, your boy, and my dog, Flash Season.
Yeah, I'm super chill, but not my crew. With the mood is right, why you even want to trip? Got the gold on my neck, 2 shoulders on my hip. And you can have the same if you grind like me. But I really doubt that you can rhyme like me, boy. The kickback. The kickback. Got some weed, bring it to the kickback. Got some drink, bring it to the kickback. Got some girls, bring them to the kickback. More niggas, now we don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need that. More niggas, we don't need that. Got some weed, bring it to the kickback. Got some drink, bring it to the kickback. Got some girls, bring them to the kickback. More niggas, now we don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need that. The kickback. This is for the kickback. For the girls in mini skirts that let me lift that. For my niggas with their hand in that red cup. And if your eyes ain't red, you ain't high enough. 1:45 and we still getting faded. Richmond 804, that's the city that made me. Shout out all the women back then that played me. Now my pockets all swollen, my attitude jaded. You never met a genius that the smart they call crazy. Swift place to try it, then you know I'm gon' blaze it. In the stew with the hot, and we whip it till it's Cajun. We serve it up right, cause you know we get it right. Tell me what you like. You can get it all tonight. Right after the kickback. You hear him screaming blitz back. You a hater nigga, get back. We got another one. Ain't no way to miss that. The kickback. Got some weed, bring it to the kickback. Got some drink, bring it to the kickback. Got some girls, bring them to the kickback. More niggas, now we don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need that. More niggas, we don't need that. Got some weed, bring it to the kickback. Got some drink, bring it to the kickback. Got some girls, bring them to the kickback. More niggas, now we don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need that. The kickback.
Cool. With over half the lobby still there. I want no parts of that, yo.
Yeah, that's
and
it.
all hiding in buildings, depending on the map.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. All right, we back. Fellas, y'all got your answers?
Yeah.
All right, let's have it, Flash. You go first. I want Roger go last.
Oh, I thought I was about to let Total One the king.
Total Wine. Oh man. All right, I gotta change your name in my Discord to Total Wine now. Thanks, Flash.
Wait. Total Wine Roger.
Total Wine Poppy, bro.
Just to reiterate on mine. You have to be yourself. Just do what you want to do in your stream. The reason I say that is because there are a lot of people who stream on Twitch. There are also a lot of people who are viewers on Twitch. And regardless how long it takes, either you're going to find your community or they're going to find you. There's always someone who is going to rock with you for being you. So there's no point of trying to be the next Timmy or the next Dr. Disrespect or hopefully not, but the next Ninja. There's no point. Just be yourself. Be the next you. That's all I got. Just be the next you.
I'm gonna piggyback off of Flashes, right? Because I don't think there's nothing wrong with being in character. If you develop a character for your online persona, I don't think nothing's wrong with it, right? So I'm gonna say, if you do choose to do that, don't let that cross into your real life. There's a lot of people that's developed their self through social media or like found or like put on a persona or whatever the case may be, but that's not them in real life. And that's okay. That's perfectly fine, right? Just don't let the two blend. Don't lose sight of who you are as a person because you're trying to achieve this goal, right? Like, especially if you're if you're a black person and you have your morals, you have your thoughts, you have your pride, your dignity. Don't sell yourself out for some views and a check, because that's more detrimental to the rest of us than it is for everyone else. If you do choose to do that, then don't associate yourself with certain people then, because then you end up hurting those people. That would be my biggest advice. And have fun. If you're not having fun doing this, don't do it at all. Don't. I wouldn't stream if I didn't have fun doing it.
I honestly, truly, if I was boring myself, there's no way. Like I'm sitting like I'm not having fun. I enjoy this shit. There's no way I would stream. I think the biggest advice to me would be, if you're, you know, trying to build connections with people, make sure that they're genuine connections and not because of what their name is or what they're known for or anything like that. Build the connection with that person because you want to genuinely see who they are. That will help you in a and it will help you greatly if you approach things with genuine connections in mind and not because, oh, this person is known to be famous in this country or
Yeah.
famous in this FGC section of it. Just be like, you know what, hey, you play Kung Lao, I play Kung Lao. Like,
Yeah.
I think we might be cool, and then go from there. If you try to build off of like fake intentions or anything like that, they will be sniffed out. It might not be in the beginning, might not be in the middle,
Yeah.
or or what you think is the middle, but everything will always come to light. So you
Yeah.
need to make sure you're building your connections genuinely build them. Help people out if you can, um, and kind of find your role. Kind of find your role in communities because it might not be the all-star role. It might be a support role. Ain't nothing wrong with that. We need support roles. A lot of people don't play Lifeline. Like,
Hey man, we need healers, dog. Everybody needs a healer.
somebody need a med pack. Why can't you?
Lifeline, where's me?
Mm-hmm.
You know.
God,
Next question is directly for you, Roger. Who are some of your favorite people you game with?
some of my favorite people I game with.
Mm-hmm.
Because
And put you on
honestly,
the spot.
and I think I know who that. You know what? Damn, Black, you gonna do me like this, Black? You gonna do me? Black is one of the mods in my stream. He's one of the cool homies in there. People I enjoy gaming with. It honestly, it's a list. Because in the 2 years I've been able to make some real cool connections with people. Miss Jones is someone I really enjoy gaming with.
Oh,
I
Jonesy.
enjoy, yeah, like
Yeah.
bro, she
She
is
the homie.
hilarious, bro.
Yeah.
She is hilarious, bro. It's so goofy, man. Miss Jones, uh, hell, Blackathy, because Blackathy was one of the homies who I started Sunday Night Smackdowns with. And he always showed me love and always showed me like faith and all that good shit. So playing with Black was always a good time. I got a homie named Fight House Anime who just slaughters in any fighting game that he plays. And if I need someone who will teach me how to play a game and then get good at the game, because he's gonna roast me in it 9 times out of 10, he's one I enjoy playing with. Slice of Nye is also someone I really enjoy playing with, especially Apex, because she really bring a like cool, calm, and collective aspect to it, and I can be rowdy. Like I don't get to be rowdy all the time. So if she's cool and calm, I get to be loud and man, fuck that shit, bro. That lifeline, hack it, like like I can get to do that type of shit. But then like when I reach out to other different games, like there's a One Piece Pirate Warriors. I enjoy playing that with the homegirl Pop Notards.
Oh yeah,
Shout
Next,
she
out
dope
Pop.
as fuck.
Shout out Pop. That's the homie.
Neku is also someone I enjoy because he has his person, like the same thing that goes with me and Nye could be the opposite for me and Nick. Like his personality will be that loud and I'll be like, bro, you know what? You go off.
Yeah.
You go off.
I understand that on a trust me. Especially playing Paladins with him. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh,
Paladins.
Paladins?
Paladins. Yeah.
Awesome. Bro, that passion will come out in whatever game that man played.
Shout out Black people. We're gonna always find a way to nickname even already short name. Because his name is Neku. You called him Neck. I didn't know you could shorten that shit any more than what it already was. But we gonna find a way to give a nickname to somebody with 4 letters in their name. It's gonna squeeze in there somehow, some way. So yeah.
That's
I'm call him Ne next time I talk to him.
Ne. Hey, yo, N. Yo, N.
Yeah. Look, I guarantee you the next sentence will be, bro, that just pissed me off. Or something along the lines.
You go hit that button on the stream that mutes out his cussing. Who the fuck you talking to? Yeah, that's him. He cool as hell though.
Another homie is a guy who doesn't stream named Forza. Call him nickname Z. Dude is hilarious. He has that personality where I'm like, bro, if you really stream easily, like he has that. Yeah, bro, he just have that engaging personality. Even if like no one's talking to him in chat, I guarantee you, if he got 15 viewers, 8 of them are dying laughing from hearing what he just said. Like he's someone I enjoy playing with too.
Yeah. Oh man, what about you? That's actually a good question. We haven't had nobody ask that question yet. What about you, Flash? What are some of your people you enjoy the game with?
I play with the same people, so I mean, I don't. I mean, the only people I play with consistently are you, Hosh, Kalia, Rock, Mish, Ty, Betty, Slick. Did I say Hurt?
Nah, you didn't say Hurt yet.
Hurt. That's literally it. Now, outside of the norm, I can say Skyra Styles is absolutely fun to play a game with. She is fucking hilarious. Same with her Hysteria. She's funny to play with.
Yeah.
It's one more who I just like absolutely fucking enjoyed. Nickelodeon.
Okay.
Neko Demon Queen.
Yo.
Neko,
Yes.
yeah.
When she's into it and she has like that high pitched voice, it is fucking hilarious, bro. I think we was in a Halo mixer, and this was in one of Chase. It was like a Halo mix or something like that, and I think I was like the only person that was Onyx in there, and everyone else was just talking cash shit. But she's the only one that knew that I was extremely good at Halo, and she was like, "Well, if such and such on our team, I'm just gonna pray for you. I'm not even gonna move out the spine."
Ooh.
And it was she just fun to play with. Oh, and also Buddha, definitely Buddha. He just, I don't know, it's the shit that he just be saying. It's just kind of funny. And now I think about it, Choss no sauce.
Oh, Choss is good.
Choss is funny too.
Hey, Mean in Tekken. If you haven't seen Choss play Tekken, check him out.
Choss carries me in Apex all the time. I've never seen him play a fighting game.
A mean Yoshi. Like
See, now I'm gonna have to ask him.
Okay. Character specialist. You don't see too many Yoshis out here in these streets.
I'm about to talk my shit too. I'm gonna whip your ass in Tekken.
Oh man. I mean,
I also like to throw out there Siren's Lullaby.
okay.
I don't think I've ever played with that person.
I know who
Mhm.
Sirens is, but I've never played with them.
She is a character and a whole delight. Then I got La Katrina Sushi, um, Big Sella. Like I said, the list can go on, low key.
Mhm.
It's some. I'm very grateful to have been able to meet all of these people from like all around the world
Mhm.
and be able to actually play games and be myself, like, because like you said, on streaming you kind of feel like it's a show. It is technically a show,
It is.
but in them Discord hangouts,
Oh man.
you get
That's
to
when the
be
no holds bar comms go off.
Yeah.
boy, but you also like you get to like feel people out. Like, who are you really? Like, I might not know who you are really, because for one, you're not directly in front of me, so
Mhm.
the vibes might change up. But for the
Yeah.
most part, okay, you're a cool person.
Yeah. Coming into the Twitch circle, I already have my crew that I game with. Ninja Deuce, Woods, you Yevon, Thelonious Monk. Like those my RL homies, my real life friends. So like we game together anyway. And then, after being part on Twitch, like for real, I don't think there's too many people I haven't enjoyed playing with. Of course, Esquire, that's my duo. That's my life duo. I didn't think I could meet someone as competitive as me as she is. She may say she's not competitive or sweat. Oh my God, they're one. Like, oh, stop lagging, bitch. Like, oh, excuse me. All right, all right, you turned up more than I am. All right, okay. You know what I'm saying? Then I think playing with Flash was fun because playing with Flash is fun because we met through Paladins essentially, and no matter what game we end up playing together, it's always like we take turns beating ass, if that makes sense. Like,
That's the Road Company. Jesus Christ.
yeah,
That was
oh
a
my
time.
God, like the early
That was a
Road
time in
Company
Road Company.
days. Like,
I miss those days.
man, the
Yeah, we
early Road
2v4 the
Company
entire
days.
team, bro.
Yes.
For like 3 rounds.
Oh shit.
We were down 0-2, and both of our teammates quit. And no joke, I was like, dog, this is gonna be some ass. Flash said, "Oh, our teammates left. Good, we have a chance at winning now." Those was his exact words. So when he said that, I had to sit up. I had to get a gamer pose. I was like, "Oh, he actually finna try to." I was like, "Oh, he's going to try to win this 2v4." And man, I wish we
Smoked
recorded
them
it.
niggas, bro. We smoked them niggas. It
We
was
beat
bad.
them 2v4 3 rounds. I know it was 2 rounds straight. We were down
Yeah.
1-2. We were down 1-2. The Call of Duty days, it was like me and Flash trying to get a race to get a VTOL. Who the fucking can call it first? Like, playing with Hurt. Oh my God. Me and Esquire played Fortnite with Slick and Geek last night. That was fun as fuck. I love playing Valorant with Kalia. That's
Kalia's
super
dope.
fun. Anything I play with Herc is fun because Herc is big. I don't give a fuck what we doing. I'm just trying to shoot people. Like anybody I've ever gamed with is I try to have a good time with, and I think the biggest thing is, you mentioned this, Roger, is finding the role you play. Like knowing what game it is, knowing what role you play in that game is kind of important. Like if I'm playing Call of Duty or something, I'm not finna be the star. Flash probably gonna be the star. I'm just gonna I'm gonna just fill in the roles here. But if we play something like Valorant, I'm like, oh, this is a game I can actually carry Flash in. Like, all right, cool. I have to show up and get all the kills today. Like, I think that's super fun, super important. But everybody, man, I think something that's very important, we don't probably put emphasis on or think about, knowing who and who you can't game with and what games to play those people with. That is something I've had to learn. Like, all right, you know what? I can't play this with you. We got to find something else to play together because this just won't work out.
Yeah, and it's like literally nothing against you, but
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
cause I enjoy your company. You a
yeah,
cool person.
yeah.
We just can't.
We can't play this
If
together.
if I'm trying to get to a certain point, like you take rank seriously, you can't play rank with everybody.
Yeah,
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
you ain't gonna get nowhere.
Mhm.
Yes. I will
So
give you the verbatim beforehand. If you care about your rank, do not play with me in Apex
Yep.
because I just do not care.
Nope.
I will push everything. I do not care. I tell people that all the time. I do not care. If you care about your rank in Apex, I'm not the guy to play with.
Yeah, that's
that
how I felt. Oh, go ahead.
no, I was gonna say that it'd be like that.
Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah. I probably said my biggest thing was like Ninja Deuce. We tell people all the time about our legendary training sessions, like 12, 13, 14 hours straight matches, no breaks, no food, no nothing. Just we are grinding out these matches to get good at Mortal Kombat and Killer Instinct back in the day. Like I I'll never forget. Like we lost track of time. Like I look, it's 6 in the morning. I'm like, yo, we gotta go to work in an hour. Like I ain't slept. Let me go find some breakfast so I can struggle through the day today, and then do it all again the next day. It's fun, man. I like finding new
Mhm.
people to play with. I like playing with the same people. It don't really matter to me. But being a fighting game person, I'm perfectly fine playing by myself. I will sit and grind these rank streaks all day. I don't have to have nobody else like to play with. So I think that's the beauty of it is I can still enjoy games by myself without having someone to play with. Which a lot of people they need people to play with to enjoy games these days. So we've reached the part of the show, Roger, where we always like to ask the guests, do you have any questions for Flash or myself? And also, chat. This is your opportunity. If you have any questions for our guest, Roger, myself, or Flash, please get them into the chat now, so we can close this bad boy out.
I think for you, Corey,
Ooh.
because I try to like break it down. I ask questions to both of you
Okay.
individually. Um, with you, Corey, you probably been asked this before, but you know
Mm-hmm.
what? I didn't hear the answer before, so we go
Mm-hmm.
go ahead and wing it. Your thoughts, and we haven't seen much of anything about this, and it ain't gonna be a hard question, but
Mm-hmm.
your thought on Street Fighter 6.
I'm gonna play it regardless.
Mhm.
I just want to go to online. Being a content creator, that's my biggest concern. Give me good net code to where I can actually produce good content for the game and enjoy playing it while streaming. Some games are kind of frustrating to stream because the online is bad. Versus if I'm not on stream, I don't care how bad it is because ain't nobody seeing me, right? But you want to put on a good show. But Street Fighter's favorite franchise. I love the series. I hope I get all my characters that I enjoy playing. But no matter what, you know, I'm a play it. Like it's me. Capcom has a chokehold on me with the fighting game, so I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna buy it on console. I'm gonna buy it on PC. Like it don't matter. I'm buying the shit.
I felt that. I understand where you're coming from. Then with you, Flash. So, it's two parts to it, Flash, because there's a
Okay.
follow up right behind it. Do you do you say that you are at like a shooting game strategist? Like there's thought actually like put into how you're going to attack these different goals in shooting games?
In tournaments, yes. Playing pubs, no.
Okay.
Honestly, I feel like I'm a lot better than a lot of people. So
Mm,
I just go straight heads up with you.
okay. So could you ever see yourself even entering like a Rainbow Six stage tournament?
No, I don't like that franchise at all. No,
Really?
no, sir. Realistic shooters isn't for me.
Okay.
So that's why I just stuck with Apex and Call of Duty Paladins and things like that. But realistic shooters isn't for me. I can't do it.
I understand that. Cause I recently my homeboy gifted me the game of Rainbow Six. Now I'm not a shooter like at all. I just recently started playing Apex and getting decent at it at most. Um, but I'm still like not playing with like strategy. We're most sort like winging the shit. So for someone who I was like, well, he might be a strategist. What would be this with Rainbow Six? Because I played Rainbow and it's a no for me, dog.
That shit a
Like,
different beast. It's a
Yeah,
different beast. Yeah.
that's where I'm not even gonna dive into. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
I felt that.
Yeah. I can speak on, man, like I saw shooting games one way, but Flash was probably the first person I played with I actually felt like was better than me at a shooter. I was like, oh no, this nigga's actually nice. Like real nice. And I was just like, oh shit, I gotta like step my gameplay up. And like it'll be crazy. Like I'm seeing like I got a 50 piece. You know what I'm saying? I see Flash player of the game with 72. I'm like, fuck. Like, I think I dropped to 80. I was like, I got 80. There's no way he beat me. Flash had 102. Like, god damn, like, what can I do? But like, you gotta understand, some people like that's their shit. That's their
Yeah.
shit. And you know what I'm saying? He has S amount of years in that realm. So no matter what game it is, he's gonna have that 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 knowledge. I'm like, he sees the game differently than the average player would. Same can be said for you, Roger. You know, someone's going to play Tekken with you, and you're going to see the game so differently than they would. They're going to look at you like, nah, I can't fuck with them. Like, is tough.
Like, yeah, I see where y'all
Yeah,
coming
like,
from.
you know, it's like you try to play a fighting game with the who did I play with? I'm not going to name the streamer's name or the people because I don't want to put them on Front Street like that. I went into
Nah.
the chat. They were playing Street Fighter, and they was like, "Oh, the homie Corey Bliss in here. Come pull up." And I'm looking at it because they're all in the lobby together. I'm looking at their rank. I'm like, "Yo, none of these people are like ranked whatever. This is won't be fun for me." But they insisted I play, so I played. I won 20 matches straight. And there's another friend of mine. I'm not gonna put on names out there. They text me because they was in the lobby too, and they were just like, "Are you really gonna bully the lobby like this?" I was like, I said I'm gonna try to get to 20 straight wins, and then after that, I'm gonna back out. I'm gonna back out after 20 straight wins, and I got to win 19. I was like, nah, I'm just gonna quit here. Like I'm just not even fun at this point. Like I had people like really trying to beat me, and I was doing like silly shit. Just like I'm like, this is not even like fair, and just like I had to think about. I see the game differently. I see it like I've it's going to be different. Like sometimes you have to like Flash can attest, like, the moment when you're better than the people you're playing with, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
like that.
that moment.
Like that's how we beat them hackers in Black Ops 3.
Yeah, like, yeah, like,
Oh
you
man, that
know
was
the
a good
moment, the moment you're better than people. Like, we played Blaze Blue one day, me and the homies, and I want to say I was hungry. I was losing because I was hungry. I went to go eat and I came back and I won like 10 games straight. And I just quit playing. And I was like, damn, you gonna do this? Like, I think I remember playing with Till. When Till was teaching me how to properly play Street Fighter, I think I remember like the day when I got stopped getting my ass kicked and I started kicking his ass. And he literally tested me. He was like, "All right, you surpassed me now. Like you are at the point to where it's like you're better than me now at this point." But you always try to have fun. You try to do different stuff. Like I'm gonna play random select. I don't know how to play these characters. Like I'm gonna have fun together. So you can pick your main. I pick somebody random. See if you can beat me. Like I remember playing with Woods and Woods. I took this as disrespect, and this is probably the most disrespectful shit someone ever did to me. I played Marvel vs. Capcom 2 against Woods, and Woods said, "If you can kill one of my characters, I will consider that a win for you." I was
Oh
like, "You
shit.
bitch!" I was like, "Bitch, what?" Mind you, Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is 3v3. He said, "If you could just kill one character, I will consider that a win for you, and we will play a first to 10." So mind you, all I had to do was kill one character. I had lost 10-0. I lost 10-0 against Woods in Marvel vs. Capcom. I could not kill one character.
That is
Like
not where I thought that story
I
was
couldn't.
going.
To this day, bro, I cannot kill one character against Woods in Marvel, right? But then we will play something super fun. We'll play something we both know how to play. You know, it'll go a little bit differently or something like that. Like we hosted a Street Fighter tournament. We both picked Ken, and we threw fireballs the whole 2 rounds. The whole goal was to see who could get hit by a fireball the most. We wouldn't attack each other. This wasn't a tournament. Money's on the line. And
Yeah.
Woods, but this is the type of fun I like to have. Woods was like, yo, I know I can't beat you. So let's have some fun with this. Because he was going to quit anyway and let me advance no matter what happened in the match. Because he was just entering once again to help the numbers out. We sat there and chucked fireballs for 99 seconds trying to see who could get hit first. And like that was so much fun. Like you just gotta find ways to have fun and understand you don't have to be the best to play games with people. You know, you don't have to be.
You do not.
You don't.
It's really your presence is what's gonna make the difference in whether they have fun or not.
Exactly.
You be a goofball, you know what I'm saying, and be team number 20 to get eliminated out of Apex.
Yeah.
But
Did
as
you
long
have
as
fun? Like
you
Flash
can't be
deals.
mad at me about that.
I know Flash deal with this a lot. A lot of people say they want to play with him, but he's too good in shooters. And Flash like, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Are you having fun? Like,
You know what? I think I saw a tweet like that from Flash. It was either Flash or Buddha. Yeah, but either one of y'all was like, I don't give a fuck about how good. If I ask you to play with me, don't try to reject me by saying you not good enough to play with me or
ain't no money
any
on
of
the
that.
line.
Exactly, bro. Now, when it get some money, I know who to ask. You got a squad to go to, like, you know what I'm saying. But we just trying to kick it. Don't overflood yourself with a bunch of bullshit that's not even there. You know what I'm saying? Cool.
I'm waiting for Black to carry me in Call of Duty.
oh shit, there we go.
I seen the videos on Instagram.
Yikes.
And don't let him cap either. Because
No
that
cap
man will
allowed.
straight up say that he's not good. Blackathy, I see you in chat, sir.
Yeah,
Yikes.
I've seen the stats. I've seen
170 something kill screenshots and shit. I've seen
damn.
that.
God damn.
Don't you go lurking either. Like I will call that shit out. I know what Discord you going to, sir. I know I'm entering that joint immediately. Like, hey, sir, we need you to answer this question.
Oh man. All right. We got a question from Dio. What's one song from when and where you grew up that you recommend people listen to? I'll go
From,
first. Oh, go ahead, Roger.
I was gonna say from like my city or like just from me like growing up, period.
I'm not sure, but a staple song from where I'm from, the artist isn't even from here. It's probably gonna be Big Tuck, Not a Stain on Me. If you grew up in Richmond, Virginia, I feel like you heard that song at any teen club, any nightclub. Like if somebody had a nice ride, they was banging it down the street. Like Not a Stain from Big Tuck, that is like a Virginia staple for somebody that's not from Virginia.
Yeah, you heard that shit down in Southern Virginia too.
Yeah.
You go, Roger. I got like 3 different songs that I can put out.
So, like, I'm from St. Louis. So, one of the songs that you will always hear as a staple will be Air Force Ones.
But the one that say something with Nelly though. Just knew it. I knew it.
Because, bro, like if we really look at it, man, that man's music has been timeless in
Absolutely.
the Midwest.
Absolutely.
That's something that's rare, even amongst music, because there's a shit ton of music out there that a bunch of people have forgotten, but Nelly has made that staple. Wherever he go, they will remember that song. Whether they know the words to it or not, they know that song is there. But personally, for me, I like Batter Up. That's one of my favorite songs from him. But then we got an artist here from St. Louis called Smino.
Okay, I
And
know
I
Smino.
think
Smino
I've
has
heard
this,
about him.
Yeah.
and he has in both both of his albums were smooth as fuck. Highly recommend y'all to check them out one day, because one album is more so on the what's the word I'm looking for? I guess I come back to smooth, with the other one is a little bit more pep in your step type deal. A song that I would like from him, I would recommend. It's called Netflix and Duce.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Dio said Smino was playing when you was growing up.
You know, you got it.
Are you ever done growing up though, Dio? Think about that, son. Are you
Ooh.
ever done
Exactly.
growing up?
Hold on, I was in college when that joint dropped, so I was still growing up.
Growing up.
Technically,
Mm.
I'm not the same person I was back then. So,
Mm. Tell him yesterday's price is not today's price.
goddamn,
Yeah, he wasn't even a full pirate yet. He was just on the ship working. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Now
Man,
he
the
owned the
pirate's
ship.
now.
You feel me?
I was cleaning up the poop deck and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Look, man.
no one respected me. Like,
Pirate King and be going to Total Wine.
Yup.
bruh,
I'm
Bruh.
not letting Total Wine go. I'm sorry.
Total Wine
That's
Poppy in the building.
hilarious.
Oh man, I think I got a couple classics. Being from the 757. Grinding by Clips. I'm gonna start with that. You can throw any Missy Elliott sound out there or song.
Yeah.
Any. I don't know. Birkin may know who this is, and Ty may know. There was a group when I was growing up that was like underground that was called the Ilias. And their song had got like, I can't remember the name of the song, but they got like national recognition. But nigga, when I say you heard that shit everywhere, like if you go to the strip after like 8 o'clock, it was in every club, especially the Cave. If you walk past the Cave, you heard that shit like every 5 songs. The Cave wore a song out, bro. It was like the radio before the radio. Because you know the radio now will play the same song over and over and over again.
Yeah.
That's how the Cave was. But come on now, even in the 7.5, you at your lunch table or some shit like that, and you just doing the beat to grinding on the table, on the lunch table. That shit was classic, bro. You wasn't from the 7.5 if you didn't know anything from Clips.
Yeah.
Regardless if you liked the song or not, or the album, you knew that grinding beat. Everyone knew the grinding beat, bro. That shit is, looking back, is a classic, but it's not as good as I thought it was. But you knew that grinding beat.
Yeah. Everybody knew.
I'd be like that. Nostalgia be like, trying to take over our minds. Be like, man, this shit was the best shit ever.
Mm-hmm.
You review it as an adult, like, with the full membrane and everything and full cranium, and you just like,
This shit was bad.
this shit was
Exactly.
mid.
It was not good.
this shit was mid at best. Like,
It'd be like that with shows too. Like
Yeah.
as an adult, because what is it, Paramount Plus that came out? And I was like, bet I'm about to watch all the Nickelodeon shit, right? And it pissed me off so bad that people didn't know how to put the Silver Monkey together in Legends of the Hidden Temple. It pissed me off so bad. I'm like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? I unsubscribed from it. I don't even watch that shit no more. I don't even have the app.
That was tough.
you was on here to bullshit. That was about it.
Yeah.
That's wild. But also was very true.
Yeah. Roger, we got 2 questions we always like to ask our guests, right? First, look through your directory. We always ask our guests to pick who we're going to rate, who we're going to send a love to, right? Somebody you appreciate if you're not streaming yourself. First question is, if you got no followers, no viewers, no subs, no nothing, you're a brand new person, what is the reason to stop by a Black Gold Roger stream or check out any Black Gold Roger content?
If you're trying to figure out why you should come through a Black Gold Roger stream, there's a couple things that I can guarantee that you'll enjoy. For one, my chat say that I don't play games, but I'm only known for gameplay. Okay, don't listen to those cappers in chat. Don't if they say anything among the lines of we don't play games here, don't listen to them. We are known for gameplay. You want A1 quality gameplay? I don't do no chatting. I don't do no chatting. You come through, you will see exactly why I'm known for gameplay. Also, the other thing is that my community does a great job of making sure people feel welcome. Um, we are not necessarily like an exclusive crew, but I've been known to do a little bit more security around my community here and there. So the people that you do come around with are genuine people that will want to see you grow, want to see you shine and be your greatest self, honestly and truly. And then the one guarantee is that we're gonna have fun. I don't know what I'm doing. I wing a lot of my streams. Um, the one thing I can guarantee you is you're gonna laugh, or you're gonna learn, or you're gonna get both. Like that's just what it is.
You're gonna learn to
Um,
laugh.
You gonna laugh because you learning, nigga.
yeah.
You better be having fun or else.
I'm on
you
your
having
neck.
fun? All right, you gonna bully people to fun. Got it. The next question we ask our guests is because this is a gaming platform, we all come together because of gaming, right? That's like our bread and butter for the most part. What does video games mean to you, Roger?
Video games, the definition or the meaning has changed over time in my life. Video games more so used to be a thing where it would be like a life distraction or a source of where I can like take a break from reality, and if shit's going bad, I know I can always hop on Tekken and try to beat everybody senseless until I feel at least a little bit better. But now video games has been a way of me um really, it's been more so a path for connection than anything else. Connecting with people who I might not have ever met if I didn't try this particular video game. Um Example, Apex. I did not know this many people played Apex until I got Apex downloaded and then started playing myself and then started becoming like decent at it. So now more so games is just a way to like connect with people. And that's one thing that I absolutely love to do. I love getting to know new people and kicking it and sharing cool moments with, because um like life is too short to not to be able to enjoy yourself with the things that you enjoy doing.
Yeah.
So that's what video games have like changed for me,
Got you.
I
Okay.
think.
Hey, it's an honest, real answer. And Flash, you have any last questions for Roger?
What's the square root of 1 to 1.618?
Okay.
Ooh.
Don't use no calculator. No, I'm kidding. You ain't
Wait.
gotta do that. No, that's
30 to 40,000
I
cocksucker beat it. That's what I was
I
gonna
was,
say. So
I was gonna say goddamn 47. Cause ain't no way. Ain't no way. Quick math?
he like shit.
You
Shit.
said you want me to divide the square root of what? I gotta remember what the roots were to begin.
it was a horrible movie.
All right, Roger. Drop where we're going in the chat. We appreciate you coming on, being our guest today. You know, everybody was right. Roger was gonna be a good episode. I had no doubt Roger would be a good episode. Like every episode is a good episode. But man, we appreciate you, Roger. I'm looking forward to seeing all the success you're gonna have, seeing you reach every goal, everything you have planned for yourself. You know, you always got my support. Even if I can't be there every single day, you know, if there's anything I can ever do for you or you need me for anything, I'm just a tweet, Instagram, fucking Discord DM away from whatever I could do. Flash, my boy, you know, you already know what it is, dog. You know the deal. We get into this money. Where are we heading, Roger? And do you have any final words for the people?
I'm typing the name now in
Okay.
your chat. That
Oh
is
yeah, I fucks with him heavy
somebody.
too.
I bet.
That is somebody I highly recommend.
Yeah, he dope people.
One of the people who I got to like, he let me like express myself and really break down like what was going on in my life. I had a tough time, and Kenny was there to talk, and if I needed anything, he was there. One of the coolest homies that I met on Twitch. And I always highly recommend, if anyone asks if Kenny's on, we gonna check him out. The one thing I really do appreciate is like I said, it's an honor to be invited, and even because you never really know who's watching you. You never
Yeah.
really know where, if your name is in rooms that you might not even have access to. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was an honor to be on this show. I really do appreciate it. I remember just lurking in Flash streams, like when I started watching Apex and playing Apex. I'm like, bro, this good. And I remember,
Appreciate it.
yeah. I remember Cam Kashi had recommended Corey when he had did his streams a while back.
Cam's the homie. Shout
And
out Cam, man.
shout outs Cam, man. God Mod, that man has a sword in every stream he goes to.
Mendio.
Yeah. Also, one of the nicest people I have met on this platform. Like, literally, you think about just nice people. Cam is such a nice person. Like, I root for him to just do well in life. Like, I want to see you be whoever you want to be. Like, it's just so nice. But yeah, thank you, Roger. We're just trying to create something here. We're trying to create something. We're trying to make this a staple in the Black community. I appreciate you thinking of it as an honor on coming into the show. So thank you again for being a guest, coming on, closing out another dope episode. Flash, anything you want to say to the people before we get out of here?
Nope. Enjoy the rest of y'all weekend.
All right. Hey, look.
Corey and Flash, y'all got my full support, bro.
Hey, man, we appreciate you, kind sir. We out of here. It's Corey Bliss. That's Pro Flash. That's Black Gold Roger. We're going to say what up to Kenny Tsunami. The next CWC episode that is currently scheduled, announced here first, June 4th. That would be my episode. So yes, I will finally be giving y'all my episode of Cocktails, where I would be interviewed by the lovely Miss Esquire, and more details coming soon on that. So y'all be easy. Y'all have a good rest of the weekend. This has been CWC. We outie. Deuces. Did it send them on?
Yeah, rated. I was about to yell out, drink booty sweat.
God damn.
Bro, I just watched that movie, man. I'm sorry.
You know what?